I forgot about whatever. We can do it tomorrow. Ah.
Overworlders, eh? So, what can I do you for? Come again.
Oh God, I'm going through the majority of the game right here and right now. What am I saying? Where am I? No, it's just that since we didn't play on Sunday, I kind of forgot where we were, and it occurred to me that we have a very long way to go. I have so many chests. Like, I may as well. All right, let's hit it. Let's hit this up, and then this. I thought that's how I ran. I forgot. Listen, there's going to be no problem from playing Elden Ring and then this game on top of each other because their controls are mostly similar, but there are some critical things that change from one to the other. It's fine. It's going to be fine.
Good job.
Thanks.
There's something there. It's a spine type. We've got to win this one, right? Come on! Let's go! Switch! Okay.
Switch! Fight on your own terms.
Okay. Thanks to you.
Da da. Yes. We'll unlock it real quick and then go the other way. This is what I want for my game. I want the rock to float. That's what I want. what is the actual point of this? Because I'm guessing this is a bridge thing. But why, like, does it matter that the bridge is out? Because we're just going to take 5 minutes. Unless there were, like, a boss encounter here. I don't understand why this is important. Like, well, I don't know. I don't know.
A treasure chest. You're gonna open it, right?
Like, what does that do for us? What does that do for us? No, I'm fine. I'm fine. How's
Spine type, huh?
How's Annie?
Wanna try fighting it?
A what type? A spine type?
Come on! This one!
I love this game. Watch, this is gonna kill me because I'm in a vulnerable state. Okay, we're fine.
We beat it.
I'm covered with mud.
Let's switch.
Understood.
Fight on your own
I've got
terms.
your
I'm
back.
clicking the wrong button. That's what I'm doing. Oh,
That
my
would make for good practice.
brain.
Look, an arc. Okay, boss time.
Oh my god. I just need one more hit in. Okay. Man, some of these enemies straight up have less, like, breathing room than Elden Ring bosses. But then, if the way to deal with them, like the jumpy guides, is just attack through it, it's like, I don't know, is that satisfying? I'm having fun for the record, but like, is that satisfying? I'm not sure.
School is in session.
Do you get what I'm saying, Bob? Do you get what I'm saying? Bob, I saw The Odyssey at an IMAX as Christopher Nolan intended. And it was an experience. I think I have a headache from it. I think I have a headache, and I think my body is falling apart from watching a 3-hour movie, for the record. I think my brain, I think that, like, hypothetically, if there were a parasite inside of my brain, I'm not talking about like a worm, a real parasite. I'm talking about like a mythological dark deity inside of my brain that grows off of my discontent and discomfort. It's probably growing. It probably has doubled in size. It's doubled in size. It is it is festering on the hatred and angry energy. Like, I am Harry... Oh, okay, let's be real. I'm not Harry Potter. I'm no main character. I am Neville Longbottom. And Voldemort is able to turn me into a bat... Oh, what? What is going on? Is this how I die?
We did it! One down.
What are you doing, friend? What are you doing? Nothing, friend? Is that what you're doing?
Nice work.
Anyways, the Odyssey was good. I'd give it like an 8. I'd give it like an 8 out of 10. I don't know. Are you interested in seeing the Odyssey? I don't want to spoil anything for you, but I will give you one impression I have over like the critique of the acting, because I think it's hilarious.
Okay. Once more with feeling.
So, the Odyssey has a lot in common with the Kevin Costner Robin Hood.
There's an ox tunnel.
Whoa, whoops.
Come on!
I gotta wait for the
Was that the last
action
of
to
them?
calm down a bit. So what I mean by that is, well, I guess I should say that, like, it's not all bad. So the Kevin Costner Robin Hood sort of feels like it's a serious movie, and Kevin Costner can't do a fake British accent, but Morgan Freeman can do like okay. My memory might be failing me, but when I think of Morgan Freeman in Robin Hood and Kevin Costner's Robin Hood, I think to myself, like, he sounds distinguished. My memory is that Morgan Freeman sounds like he is a character from this fictional set period. And no, I 100% barely remember the movie too, so that works out because I could just be misremembering everything. But in that Robin Hood, I remember vaguely that Kevin Costner talks like he just got done. Kevin Costner, canonically speaking, like in real canon, we're talking this is history, like this is real because Robin Hood is real. Kevin Costner gets done making the Field of Dreams, takes a plane over and starts stealing from rich people. That is what Kevin Costner's character sounds like. I think the director told Kevin Costner, he's like, okay, I want you to remember building the Field of Dreams and getting the ghost baseball players. Do you got that inside of you? And he's like, yeah, I do. And the director is like, all right, you're good to go. Let's start filming Robin Hood. And everyone else, like the majority of other people, are playing off some sort of British accent, or they have a British accent. And that's fine. That's fine. Like, but Kevin Costner sounds like he literally just got done. He just got done brushing off home plate in Kansas or wherever Field of Dreams takes place, and suddenly he's been isekai'd into Robin Hood. That's what Robin Hood sounds like. That's what Robin Hood reminds me of. And yes, that's the other aspect. Alan Rickman starts hamming it up. Like, Robin Hood starts as a serious movie and it becomes a comedy by the end of it. Like, Alan Rickman, this scene is going to be you kissing the gross witch lady. I don't remember what she is. And that's the movie. This is what we're here for. This is what we're here for right here. This is what we're here for. Odyssey has some similarities. The first one being that, like, sometimes the acting just breaks me out of the immersion. Like, I don't think Matt Damon acts like, I think when Matt Damon was in the auditions for Odysseus, the casting director and director hear out his original thing, and he's like, you know, he's speaking with regality. He is speaking performatively. He's seen Spartacus. He knows how he needs to have that sort of weird, like, he just needs to speak with a commanding voice all the time, because that's how it used to be in those old movies about Greek mythology. And maybe he did a fake British accent as well. I don't know. Wait, what is this? Which Suikoden character do you think this is supposed to be? Is this a princess? Wait, who the fuck is this? Is this the princess from Suikoden 5? I have no idea. I'm like literally keeping myself from doing it, for the record. I am looking away from it. I literally can't tell who this is supposed to be. Wait, but before I talk on that anymore, I know it's not Lucerina, for the record, but wait, is it? No. Hold on. Wait, how did I just spoiled myself. Anyways. I gotta finish my Odysseus rant. You guys don't understand. So in Robin Hood, it becomes a comedy towards the end for some reason, because I don't know. I feel like the director realizes what's happening and is just like, all right, whatever. We're gonna turn this into a campy movie, and it's kind of successful in that part. The Odyssey struggles from two things that really jump out at me. The first one is that Matt Damon is in the casting, like he's auditioning. Matt Damon is auditioning, and he is pulling off the performance of a lifetime. And Christopher Nolan and his casting director turn and look at each other. This is real, by the way. I know this. I talked to Christopher Nolan. I got the golden ticket, and that meant I could go and watch. I could go and watch The Odyssey with Christopher Nolan in the IMAX headquarters theater. Okay, I was watching dailies with Christopher Nolan here. I was there when Adam Savage toured the building. All right, this was 3 months ago. Is Neil okay? Anyways, I am there. Christopher Nolan is telling me the story of how they're casting Matt Damon. Matt Damon pulls off the audition of a lifetime. The audition of a lifetime, or at least what I imagine him as, based on how Christopher Nolan's describing it to me. He's like, he really was acting like a different character, a person. He acted like someone. He was acting like he was not Matt Damon. That's how Christopher Nolan said it. And so Christopher Nolan and the casting director look at each other, talk for a bit, then turn to Matt Damon and are like, Matt Damon, can you just be Matt Damon for this film? And Matt Damon's like, oh, well, I guess I could. I guess I could be Matt Damon for this film. And he's Matt Damon. So the main character of the film, the main character of the film, it's not that different, Bob. It's not that different. The main character of the film, I think he gets the most screen time. It jumps around a lot. The main character of the film is just sort of acting like he's Jason Bourne. Christopher Nolan didn't want Matt Damon to actually act. He wanted Jason Bourne. He wanted Odysseus to be Jason Bourne. And he pulls that off. He pulls it off. So anyways, there's that part. Occasionally it comes up. Like, you know, I let myself get immersed into movies really, really well. Fossil, have you seen... Are you worried about getting spoiled about the Odyssey? Are you worried about that? Because I will change what I'm talking about slightly. I will not say certain things. I keep hitting the wrong button. Oh, that's an enemy behind me.
This one.
Whoa, that's not a... We're good.
We did it. We beat it.
Dude, I have no idea. I don't know what I've done. I switch 50 things every day. This is actually one of my older mics. There was a point in time. It could also be because I'm yelling. I'm screaming right now. Anywho. in the movie The Odyssey, like, they obviously change a lot of things. They change a lot of story parts, okay? Like, notably, in this timeline, Odysseus doesn't exist, and Jason Bourne is actually posing as Odysseus. I don't know what happens at the last Jason Bourne movie, because I haven't kept up with it. There are like 50 of them, right? But I believe, if I remember correctly, Jason Bourne gets hit by a truck in Tokyo, and then he wakes up as Odysseus. He wakes up as the king of Ithaca. So you guys are caught up. Then you have the rest of the story of the Odyssey. Like that, that's what happens. Jason Bourne ends up in the Odyssey. I don't know. Oh, that's right. There is the Jeremy Renner one. When he was the big shit from Hawkeye. I remember this. Well, yes, but that's the whole thing. So anyways, Jason Bourne is the king of Ithaca. And I can say that because Matt Damon, who is a good actor for the record, is again, Christopher Nolan and the casting director because I won the gold ticket. I won the winning gold ticket, so I got to watch The Odyssey with Christopher Nolan. He was like, yeah, in my timeline, Jason Bourne is actually the king of Ithaca. But like, I think that would anger too many purists, so I decided to just have everyone keep calling him, Odysseus, right? Oh, so I've seen bits of the Avatar fighting game. Is that actually officially out, or is it like an early beta, or not early, a beta or something? Anyways, Odysseus goes and fucks off and stuff, blah blah blah, all sorts of things. A bunch of things happen. We all know the story. We were all forced to read the Odyssey in high school. And then we said we read the book, but we actually read the Cliff Notes. When you're getting to like the last 40-ish minutes of the movie, just like Robin Hood, it starts to take more comical turns, and it bugs me. So the main villain, the main suitor, does the suitor even have a name in the epic? I don't know if it does, but I don't know. It's Robert Pattinson. And Robert Pattinson is pulling off his best Mickey 18. Did you guys watch Mickey 17? All I'm saying is that Robert Pattinson is playing one of his characters from Mickey 16, Mickey 15, whatever it's called. I don't know anymore. But Robert Pattinson's playing one of the more prominent suitors, and I can't remember the names. And even if I did remember how to pronounce it, I'd probably mispronounce it because my brain isn't wired. Like, can I, even though they say it 70 times in the movie, can I really say Agamemnon correctly? I don't know. I kind of slur the consonants together and hope it comes out right. Agamemnon. Menmon?
I think we can handle it.
I'm dude, my head hurts. Anyways, there's this scene where Jason Bourne is doing Jason Bourne things in a room full of suitors. He is just murdering everybody, of course. And
the last of them?
And basically there are no weapons for everyone else except one of Robert Pattinson's men go upstairs into the storage room, kick a hole into the ceiling, and start dropping weapons. And so Robert Pattinson, being the main bad guy, what he starts doing is telling his men to go and pick up and use the weapons. So scene by scene, what happens is Jason Bourne kills 3 people or 4 people or something. It doesn't matter. There's no consequence there. And then some swords drop through the hole. And then Robert Pattinson's character, I'll just refer to him as Battinson from now on because I think that Batman movie was good. Battinson is like, use the swords! Look, the swords! Use the swords! So they go and get the swords. And start using the swords.
Oh, there's a bow.
And that's fine and dandy and stuff, right? And then, Jason Bourne starts killing more people. And then cut the camera
Good
to shields dropping out from the hole in the ceiling, and then it cuts to Pattinson saying, "Use the shields! Use the shields!" And all he's doing is just pointing at the shields and yelling, "Use the shields!" And that's his role in that part, and that's fine. That's his role. And then some spears drop. Then Jason Bourne kills a bunch of people, and then the spears drop through the hole. They drop through the hole, and then it cuts, of course, to Pattinson saying, "Use the spears! Use the spears!" This happens like 5 times. It happens 5 times. My God.
There's a treasure chest over there.
After like once or twice, it's like, oh, I get the picture. Robert Pattinson is Robert Pattinson's character, obviously. We know because Robert Pattinson plays as Batman that he's not a coward. But his character is a coward and can't do stuff himself. I'm not going to activate this. I have no HP left. We understand that, right? We understand it. We get it. We get it. But you did it 5 times. My God, my head. Meanwhile, we went because we needed to go and see the movie as Christopher Nolan intended. I mean, excuse me. Like I said, I got the winning golden ticket, so I watched the movie with Christopher Nolan, and we had to go and we went to like the grimiest IMAX theater we could find. Okay, it's an AMC IMAX theater. And Christopher Nolan handpicked out the chairs the best. He went through, he actually tore out all the seats, and he went to every movie theater in the area and handpicked the Russian roulette of chairs, where you don't know which chair you're going to end up in. But some of the chairs don't have cushions. You are sitting, you can feel the bar, you can feel the frame of the seat below your butt and on your back. It's like sitting in an old Mercedes. I don't remember what. An old Mercedes where the cushions have like deteriorated so much that like you feel just a metal bar underneath your thighs and in your back. wait, what? What's the Japanese reviewer thing? I'm not drunk. I am trying to explain why I feel like garbage right now, because I was forced. Okay, it was against my will at this point. I know I won the golden ticket, so that meant I was obligated to go and watch The Odyssey with Christopher Nolan in an IMAX theater, as Christopher Nolan intended. His intentions were absolute. Dude, my fucking head hurts. My head hurts. So there I am. I am sitting.
Come on!
I am sitting on 2 bars with some felt.
That's a rare item.
Barely protecting, barely cushioning my thighs and back. I have to readjust every 5 minutes, and I look over it, and I'm thinking to myself that Christopher Nolan probably feels perfectly fine because he handpicked himself a cushion. He's probably in a lazy boy. I look over, Christopher Nolan is huddled up into the fetal position. I'm not making this up. I'm not making this up. Christopher Nolan is in a ball trying to watch the movie. There's a rail in front of my face. When I look over and see Jason Bourne killing some people, there is literally a handrail that people use to walk up to get to the seats. There's a handrail covering up 1/3 of the screen. But this is what Christopher Nolan intended. This is what he wanted. He wanted us to experience the movies the way he did as a child when all of these theaters were like barely kept. But the film and projector were clean.
An ox, huh? They really are big.
Anyways. It was a good movie. It was it was an 8 out of 10. But my body is rejecting everything. Being in a movie theater for 3 hours in the most uncomfortable seat I have ever been in. I'm having flashbacks to riding in the back of my dad's old beat up Mercedes. That was, I think we did it. We carbon dated the Mercedes. We carbon dated the Mercedes, and the Mercedes was from it was from 300. No. It was from 198 AD. We found out that this Mercedes, it was like, it used to be white, and then it aged into a cream color, of course, after all the years. But this Mercedes, like, this used to be Dong Zhuo's Mercedes, okay? So when Dong Zhuo gets assassinated, unjustly assassinated, it was buried with his body, and then it was excavated by my father, or by my father's family, when they were escaping Dachen Island. Thank you for the U.S. Navy, for the record, for evacuating all of those people in China. But when my father was evacuating from Dachen, well, the stories I had always heard, for the record, the stories I had always heard, the story I heard from my father is that, like, the amount of things they could bring from Dachen Island. Am I even pronouncing that right? Do I even have the right island? I don't know. But real story, my father and his family, my father is like 3 years old at this point or something really low. My father and his family were evacuated by the American Navy from Dachen Island, like in the, whatever, 19 something or other. And because of the circumstances, they only had so much to bring with them. And the story I remember hearing as a kid, and I'm piecing this together right now, was that, like, they could barely carry, like, some clothing and then, like, a copper pot. Well, it occurs to me now that the copper pot was symbolic, and it was actually this Mercedes-Benz. Or Mercedes, I don't know if the Benz was even part of it at that point, but it was a Mercedes. And this Mercedes is the car that I'm reminded of now when I was in the AMC theater. I was teleported back mentally here, back to when I was like 5 years old, riding in the back of this Mercedes, reading Batman comics. Except I wasn't reading them because I didn't really read. I was just looking at the pictures. But where my seat was deteriorated all to pretty much just like a bar in my back and a bar underneath my legs. And that's the experience I got from the AMC theater. And I would have to say that I'm glad I went. I'm glad I got to see the Odyssey in that movie. Excuse me, in that theater. And you better believe, because I'm an AMC investor, I got to skip the line, okay? Oh, my fucking head hurts. Anyways, I woke up this morning.
Okay. Once more with feeling.
I woke up this morning and I did what everyone does. You go, you grind your coffee beans. You check your Uma Musume runs, because now that they have the autoplay, it's time to get in, because now you don't have to play the game. You can just let the game play itself. So I checked my Uma Musume runs.
It's easy. Let's go rock its world.
And all the while realizing that my head fucking hurts. My head hurts, my back hurts, my neck hurts. And it's like, I didn't drink anything. In fact, I did drink something, I realized. I had a Mr. Pibb. While I was at the AMC theater, because apparently AMC is struggling so much that they can't license Dr. Pepper. So this is not financial advice, for the record. Fossil, for the record. I'm just saying the same thing multiple times. Fossil, I don't know if this is a bit. I couldn't tell you. I might be going crazy. And is this game good? I don't know. All I know is that my ranting has multiplied after playing this game. Is that a good thing? Does that mean does this game mean that I'm going to open up my, like, I can now emotionally connect with other people by playing this game? Because maybe that's the case. And if so, then, like, maybe this isn't a good game, but maybe it's a good form of, like, of physical or of psychiatry. Maybe this is actually therapy for us right here. I don't think this is a good game, for the record. I think it has some cool parts here and there. But we're also early, and I get the feeling, so who knows if it's good or not. I don't know. I don't even know how to get places or do things anymore. What I do like about this game is that it just lets me rant about things. So maybe, I don't know. So I have already been spoiled by, I'm not that annoyed by the spoiler, for the record, but I've already been spoiled thanks to like Reddit headlines or Reddit topics. But this game is, and I'm spoiling all of you now, for the record, but this game apparently only covers 2 floors of Sword Art Online. So I'm guessing we're actually closer to halfway through the game. I have no idea. But I think they already announced like DLC, so who knows? Maybe they're adding more. One sec. Something fell, and I don't know what it was. Oh, found it. Okay. Man, I feel refreshed. I feel much better. I feel so much better after talking. There's a, do I feel better, actually? And I look down and realize that I'm not even in the right spot. Maybe I can go over here. I should do this when I find a blocked area. Wait, is this going to be what I think it is? Whoa! Okay, that's not the magic I was thinking of, but that's pretty good. We will try it. We will. There was this thing you could do in PSO. You can't do it in the newer versions, but basically, certain attack animations, like weapon animations, change based on or attack animations change drastically based on what type of weapon you're using. But let's say one of your attack animations ends up with you taking a step back. In fact, this one might even do it. Yeah, so this animation, you'll notice, has a slight step back. So what you do is you lodge yourself in between, in the angle where a door and a wall meet. So if my back is to the door now, we'll say, I'm going to exaggerate the angle, I guess, but it's like that, right? And what happens is you force yourself through the back animation through the door in PSO. So that's kind of what I want, man. Sometimes you would do that because you're like, I don't want to go through 1/3 of the dungeon just to have to backtrack to this point now that the door's unlocked. So you're breaking the game. God, PSO is such a good game.
The safe area.
Okay, to be picky, going back to the Avatar fighting game, I don't know if it's because it's not pixels. When I think about the best fighting games, the best 2D fighting games, and this goes to show you, for the record, how little I've played of the anime fighters, more recent anime fighters. I think that Avatar game looks cool and stuff. I'm only kind of bothered by the fact that it feels like the animation doesn't feel as smooth as it could. And yes, I realize that adding twice as many frames is crazy for the budget, because for those old 2D fighters, the frames were fucking hard to make. And my experiences through right, when I was saying my favorite looking and playing 2D fighters would be Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter Alpha series, King of Fighters, which all have like the super painstakingly frame created shit for you know, like that's probably like a super painful, tough process for the record. And it's also why like King of Fighters, for instance, eventually ended up going 3D models, because it's so much easier for them from a production standpoint.
Looks
Like
easy.
as wild as that sounds to the layperson, like you don't understand how easy it is. Oh my god, I missed. You don't understand.
Good job.
I don't know how to get that chest. Oh, it's probably from this way. So we'll rest. Okay, we got a plan. Oh yeah, of course, Street Fighter did it too. What am I saying? What am I saying?
Safe area. We could definitely use a break.
But yeah, when I look at the Avatar fighting game, it feels kind of I don't know, budgety. Even though it's probably the same amount of frames as like Street Fighter 2, we'll say. Just I'm using Street Fighter 2 as a goalpost. But something about it looks weird to me from an animation standpoint. Oh, I can't go this way. Or can I? Oh, I got items to pick up. But I don't know if you are at all curious about what I'm talking about, just watch some gameplay. Don't play it yourself, because I'm sure it probably plays perfectly fine, and that would completely ruin my argument. But something about it looks like I want more frames, man. Give me more frames. And I don't know if it's because if I see the same game just super pixelized, like a Street Fighter cabinet or something, I would maybe think like, oh yeah, this looks perfect. Maybe it's because it just is, you know, maybe it's fine. And don't give me any of that rotating bullcrap either, for the record.
Sure, that'd make for good practice.
How long was I ranting about how long was I really ranting about the Odyssey and my experience going to the Odyssey? Almost an hour, 40-ish minutes or so. It's a pretty good rant. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Just give me... So it can't be this door, right? Because I would just die if I did that. Well, this is unlocked anyways. All I'm saying is that the Odyssey... Oh, okay, yeah. My actual review about the Odyssey movie as a whole, there are some like moments where the acting kind of takes you out of... It like breaks the immersion a little bit. But quite frankly, I really like most of the creative decisions made to the story to like, you know, make it more sensible for the modern audience.
Come on!
Just fine. Let's take it on. Neat.
And I think although the message and theming of the movie probably have taken great liberties, like I had to fact check myself because again, it's not like I read it's not like I read this in high school. I read the Spark Notes just like everyone else did, okay? We all just read the Spark Notes, right? Yeah, of course. No. There are definitely a lot of changes regarding like how one should interpret the story, and I think accepting that it's not going to be completely true to the epic assuming you take that at face value, I think a lot of the decisions they make to change, or a lot of the changes they make to tell the story they want are pretty adequate and such. I mean, it's probably for the best. It's like the story of the Odyssey is basically just God's playing favorites constantly, and that's that. That's that.
A treasure chest. You're gonna open it, right?
Oh, you read? God damn it! I gotta stop. I gotta stop joking about stupid shit. I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna go with it anyways. Oh, you read the movie adaptation or the novelization of the hit Leo DiCaprio movie, The Great Gatsby? That is a good one.
A spine type, huh? Wanna try fighting it?
No, I think
Good job.
I think what makes the Odyssey a pretty interesting read, and one that I could get immersed in is oh my god, I missed this fucking thing. How does one get here? Maybe it's through a cave over there. Oh, before I go further into that tangent, I was just gonna say I'm trying to remember all the high school books I read, and some of these might be middle school for the record. In fact, I'm going to name some because the experience for me, these blur together. I mean, for all I know, maybe I'm gonna start confusing elementary school books too into this. Who knows? I'll go this way real quick. Oh wait, no, that's the bridge I just made. Where was I going? What am I saying? What is life? What is everything? Shit. Where was I going? Oh, right. Books from elementary school and books throughout school. So I'm guessing like Scarlet Letter was probably a middle school book, but like Scarlet Letter, fuck. What else was there?
We beat it.
Animal Farm, 1984. Great Gatsby as well. I said Scarlet Letter, right?
Look.
I did.
Chest.
I don't remember what Shakespeare we read for school or like English class and what we read for theater. But Romeo and Juliet, I know for sure because I remember how conflicted people were. Like it was a joke, and I'm sure I've even joked about it before on stream. But like it was such a conflicting thing where people were like, "What does wherefore art thou even really mean? It doesn't mean what you think it is. It's not like she's asking where he is." And then just like media comprehension in high school is really low, for the record. Like, and it's not because people are dumb. It's just that people don't want to read the books that they're assigned to. Like, people would rather read the books they want to read or not read books at all because what they really want to do is go and get drunk on a Friday night and play poker with their friends. I mean, I get it. That's where society is leading us. Drinking Bud Light in a lawn chair in your driveway, which is really ballsy considering your parents are outside and probably just like not even asleep yet, but you do it anyways. That's awesome. That's awesome, Lockie.
Come on!
I'm not even joking. I think the idea of being a character that dies and then being able to act out just be laying on the ground feels like a pretty good way to unwind after a scene. You know what I mean? I have to deliver some really crucial parts to this play, and now I get to lay down. Like I deserve this rest. I deserve this rest. Oh, so it's not like you were expected to lay down, but you do it anyways. I mean, you were getting into character at that point. If your professor is not giving you bonus points, bonus credits for this, then what the hell's wrong with them? Wait, are we?
There's a treasure chest over there.
Alcane, are we talking about the Odyssey now? Because I feel like we're talking about the Odyssey. I'm just saying for the record that maybe the suitors, maybe Penelope's suitors really aren't the bad guys in the Odyssey. I mean, the dude's gone for 20 years. The dude's gone for 20 years. And you are an upstanding citizen that believes that maybe they could help. Maybe they could help Ithaca return. Maybe they could make Ithaca stable again, okay? Wait, what? Instead of literature, my high school English teacher just asked us to read and memorize his favorite song lyrics. Oh, that's good. I mean, to be fair, I probably would have done better in French class if that's what I was doing. Instead of reading out of some, like, shitty, boring-ass textbook. If you're getting me to... I don't even know any French bands. Just goes to prove a point here that maybe we should have been reading, like, French lyrics. No, but listen, it makes sense. Okay, so for the record, I don't remember... Because, again, I didn't read... When I was in high school, For the record, I think Lockie and I both had the same upbringing. Back in the 90s, when I was in... 2000s? In the 2000s, when I was in high school, I wasn't reading the books. I wasn't reading the source material. I wasn't even reading the Spark Notes. I was reading ChatGPT's summary of Spark Notes. Because the summary... Like, when you ask ChatGPT to summarize the whole book for you, it's kind of crazy. So instead you have it summarized. You scan each individual page and have ChatGPT summarize the Spark Notes. Is this weird that I'm referencing Spark Notes, which probably doesn't exist anymore with ChatGPT, which is like the most modern thing? Yeah, yes, thank you. Yes, it was Grok actually back then. My bad. You're 100% right. It was Grok. Anyways, the Odyssey, I think I think the Odyssey, and again, let me preface by saying I don't know why he did the things he did. Like I don't remember there being a plot device in the original source material, in the manga, in the light novel. Excuse me, my bad. It's a light novel first. For the record, it's a light novel. I don't remember there being something in the light novel of the Odyssey that determines why Odysseus decides to take a different route home, or if he even does. I didn't read the light novel, but again, they take a lot of liberties in the movie, and they do come up with like a good. It conflicts with other things, and it's kind of a plot hole in my head, but whatever, it's fine. But the explanation as to why Odysseus like kind of screws over his own trip back is because he actually doesn't want to go home. And getting to the whole like liberties thing for this matter, the movie puts a lot of importance on Zeus's law and the idea of being like, you know, of how you treat guests within your home, and this of course parallels to the suitors. What is she doing? She keeps jumping off the cliff. The movie puts importance on being like a host of guests and how you treat them and what you do as a guest in the house that you are being, you know, given hospitality. And it immediately draws the connection. I'm assuming if you pay attention or if you get what they're trying to do by going back and forth between two scenes, it immediately draws the connection that like what Odysseus does in Troy is straight up a huge violation of Zeus's law. And as a result, like both their trip back and their impending fate is already fucked because they have angered Zeus
A spine.
and Athena for that matter. But also, I'm gonna drink my
Was
potion.
that the last of them?
But also, wait, where was I going with this? Where was I going with this? Oh, right, yeah. It's their trip back is screwed because they've pissed off the gods so much doing that. But also, Odysseus doesn't want to go home because he realized, and this is how we find out that this is a sequel to Oppenheimer, which I think is actually like a talking point people have had. It's the idea that more or less he set off the nuke. He has done something that cannot be reversed or changed. And by doing something so underhanded now, that opens up the rest of society and like war to do the same thing elsewhere and everywhere else. So he doesn't want to make it back home. And so that's why he decides to go off the beaten path and then get them in trouble with a bunch of otherworldly or like, you know, supernatural is not the right word, mythical threats. So quite frankly, like, I think that plays it up better. Because again, you have to remember, it looks like you should be able to go this way. Again, where am I going with this? What am I doing? I don't know what I was even saying. Oh, right. The whole thing is that you're supposed to believe that Odysseus is like a master tactician, right? Like, brilliant dude. And he makes such a weird decision as like, we're gonna take a shortcut home. Like, most of the movie is just the meme of the guy. Like, this meme doesn't exist anymore because everyone uses their phones for maps and stuff at this point. But there was that joke before cell phones of like, oh, the man doesn't need a map. And that he's pulling off his best impression of like a 90s era dad who was too stubborn to look at a map. The movie has like a weird start where you get a bit of preview scenes, you could say. It's Christopher Nolan storytelling at its most, how would I put it? Not contrived, stereotypical. I mean, to be fair, like the epic, the light novel, the light novel also doesn't really do like a chronological telling of the story. If I'm not mistaken, it jumps around here and there. You have like one significant flashback. But the movie starts with basically getting a few glimpses of Matt Damon looking like a raggedy old man, but who's still chiseled, for the record, like in amazing shape. You get some scenes of Matt Damon. He's walking the beach. This is when he's being imprisoned by Calypso. And then it cuts to his son, Spider-Man. I think that's the character's name. It's Spider-Man. You get the opening with Spider-Man in Ithaca dealing with these suitors who are getting, you know, more and more ambitious and bold every day. Spider-Man's talking to Catwoman. I mean Penelope, not Catwoman, my bad. And they're talking about like how doomed the situation is. Spider-Man ends up going and looking for... There's also a Batman. Oh my god. Oh my god. The Spider-Man we're talking about is Tom Holland, who plays as Odysseus' son. I can't remember his name. I'm just immediately like, I mean, the fact that Spider-Man and Zendaya, and the only reason I know Zendaya's name for the record, I know it's Tom Holland, but the fact that they also have a movie coming up next week is weird for the record. Also, I do think that like a lot of people getting upset about Zendaya being cast as Athena, kind of have to eat their own words by the end of the movie, because it's the reveal is cool. This is one of the few reveals in the movie, which I'll talk about if people don't care about it. But anyways, I'm going off the hinges, okay? The more I talk about this movie, the more I play this game, to be fair, because if we were playing Girl Answer 1, I don't think I'm going crazy like this. Maybe you guys tell me, but anyways, the first like portion of the movie, you can't even call it an act, because this movie is not told in 3 acts. It's 11 hours, okay? Christopher Nolan had me tied into a chair, a wooden chair. And I know I said I was in like a 2-bar chair before, but no, it was actually a wooden chair the more I think about it. And you know, you've seen Clockwork Orange, right? Where there's the contraption that forces you to keep your eyes open. That's what he was doing to me. And I had a catheter because, you know, I'm drinking my Mr. Pibb Vanilla Zero, and I gotta pee really bad, okay? But like he hooked me up to a catheter and it was fine.
That'd make for good practice.
Did Tom Holland throw up in who's Tom Holland? Did Spider-Man throw up in the Hot Wings show? I don't know. You tell me. Yeah, no, it really, really feels like the prolific actors that fit a certain demographic or whatever. And like when I say demographic, I do mean like skin complexion and age, because those things do, you know, play a big part in like, I feel like they play a big part in casting directors' decisions. But it feels like the pool of like the A-listers, it's like there's been power creep and now there's an S tier. And it's like, if you want to pick a young guy, you can either pick Tom Holland or you can pick Robert Pattinson, despite the fact that he's like 40 something. And Tom Holland's 30 something. But to be fair, he looks like he's still 18. He still looks like he's a student in a New York, Brooklyn high school that is fighting crime. So good on him. Good on him. Dude, where is he going with this? I've lost interest. Are we still playing the video game? I hear your cries.
Looks
right.
easy.
If I'm looking at this map, it looks like I can get to that chest from there, and I'm gonna be wrong. Anyways, going back on it, the first part of the movie is basically Spider-Man and Catwoman from the Christopher Nolan trilogy. So that's I can't remember her name, but that's Penelope, the mother, Odysseus's wife. So the wife and son are basically talking about how fucked it is. And the son eventually gets the balls to go and travel to Sparta to find out news about his father, because he knows that Troy, the Battle of Troy, the war with Troy, was won. He just doesn't know like where his dad is and what happened there. So he eventually, and there are parts of Odysseus's journey that you get here and there through this process, but the majority of it comes when Spider-Man is talking to Agamemnon. I think it's Agamemnon's brother. Whatever his name is, Ajax. I don't know. Ajax from Mortal Kombat. I have no idea. And long story short, that's when the Agamemnon's brother tells of his father's the shit that happens in Troy, and then you get to get more cutscenes of Matt Damon and Calypso like living their best life. To be fair, it seems like a really good life on a beach, and every time you see Matt Damon with whoever the actress for Calypso is, Matt Damon is like, I think I forgot something. Like, did I leave the oven on at home? Do I have a home? Do I have kids? Do I have family? Where are my men? And so he's slowly remembering, and that's how you get more of That's when you get more of the cutscenes. More of the cutscenes, you know, as opposed to gameplay. You get more of the cutscenes. That's the weird thing about this whole movie is that it's one big cutscene. I don't understand. I had my DualSense. I had my DualSense in my hands, and I was just waiting to I was waiting for the cutscene to end and where I was going to start playing, and it just never happened. And I don't know. There was less gameplay in the Odyssey than there was. What is Iori doing? There was less gameplay in the Odyssey than even a David Cage game, and that felt kind of weird to me. What is this doing? Oh, that's the wrong skill. Ow. Double ow.
Let's switch. Fight on your own terms.
Iori's got this. So that affects you, Alcade, because Tony Romo's in Texas, and you, as the Texas representative, everything that Texas does and people in Texas do falls on you and your responsibility. So I think you need to wise up and go and talk to Tony Romo about that, man. What does Jessica Simpson think about this? That's my question. Anyway, speaking of Jessica Simpson, long story short, eventually, you basically learn that Odysseus is trying to fight fate and save his men and get his men home, despite the fact that he really also kind of doesn't want to go home.
Let's switch. Fight on your own terms.
Iori, you're going to have to finish this fight. Come on. He is hitting me through the rock, Iori. I can't do anything. Thank you, Iori. I leveled up from that too.
Understood.
Fight on your own
Got your
terms.
back.
But yeah, long story short, you get a very modified version of Odysseus's journey home. Odysseus gets home, and while Odysseus is home, you guys know this part. Odysseus doesn't just show up and he's like, "Hey, I'm home." He has to plot some plotty plots because he's a master tactician. He murders a bunch of people, and in the light novel, Odysseus and Jason Bourne, because they're one person at this point, their personalities have fused together. It's kind of like Hikaru no Go. In Hikaru no Go, where Hikaru and the ancient eunuch that teaches him how to play Go, they eventually do the fusion plot, right? Right? You guys remember this, right? Just like in Dragon Ball Z. So Hikaru and the eunuch from China end up doing the fusion dance. No. You didn't watch that. You guys are watching Dragon Ball GT. I'm talking about Dragon Ball Super, okay? They do the fusion dance at some point. I mean, every time someone says Toriyama's a shit artist, it's I can understand where they're coming from, but at the same time, it's wild. It's insane. You can't. It's like saying that Coca-Cola is disgusting. It's okay, you can have that personal opinion, but also you have to realize that Coca-Cola is this flavor that has transcended cultures. You can get Coca-Cola everywhere. Anyways, I was trying to tangent. I was trying to connect so many dots to so many different other manga and anime, and then we would realize that we somehow had 12. It was 35 connections, but we finally got to Death Note. Because, when you think about it, Light Yagami and L both have a lot in common with Odysseus. Dude, what am I doing?
With me.
Anyways. Dude, where am I going? Wait, Death Note and Hikaru no Go are the same artist? Are you fucking kidding me? No, I didn't know that connection. That's crazy. But now that you say that, I think to myself, like, oh yeah, they do look very similar when you're looking at the manga specifically. Different writer though, right?
There's a treasure chest over there.
Oh my god, I just got done doing this.
We beat it.
For the record, this hour, we just went through this area. That's all we've done. What I like about the movie is that there's a reveal. My friend who I watched, not my friend, Christopher Nolan, who I watched the movie with, said that maybe the reveal comes too late. Maybe the reveal comes too late, but basically throughout the film, Jason Bourne keeps getting visited by MJ from the MJ Zendaya MJ, as opposed to the Emma Stone or Emma Watson. I don't know. It's one of the Emmas from the other Spider-Man movie. I don't keep up with the celebrities. Unlike one of my coworkers who I think secretly is watching TMZ. I think one of my coworkers might be a beat writer for TMZ, for the record. But there are some good moments in the movie.
Let's take it on.
Again, Christopher Nolan said that he felt the reveal was maybe a little too late in the movie. Like, you don't have enough time to dwell on it. But Jason Bourne is constantly being visited by Athena throughout the events of the film. Like, Athena keeps dropping by and basically kind of gets Jason Bourne to recognize how fucked the situation is, and hints at how bad the things at Troy were, right? Towards the end of the movie, as Odysseus in disguise is talking to his wife Penelope, who doesn't realize that he is Odysseus. Jason Bourne. Emma Stone was the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies. I don't know. The Tom Holland one is Zendaya. So Zendaya, and for the record, I think Christopher Nolan and I we're going to watch the Spider-Man movie next week. Yeah, the Andrew Garfield one is Gwen Stacy. So I thought Emma Stone. Isn't Emma Stone a redhead? If so, isn't Emma Stone the Spider-Man from the Tobey Maguire movies? I was like, is that Tobey Maguire? It is Tobey. What am I thinking? The Raimi, not N-M. The Raimi Spider-Mans. Isn't that Emma Stone, or am I crazy? And Emma Watson is Harry Potter, right?
Okay.
Oh, Kirsten Dunst. Fuck! I can't keep them straight!
Yeah, I think we can handle it.
To be fair, I can't keep any actors straight either, so it's not like a gender thing, for the record.
Was that the last
The only time I can keep the males straight is if there's a big enough age difference. What do people know Emma Stone from then? It's certainly not just Zombieland. Is she in Zombieland? Is that Emma Watson instead? I don't care. Anyways. Oh my lord. Anyways, going back to it, Zendaya shows up as Athena a bunch. So Athena, again, because dude, the gods both favor and hate Odysseus. Some gods hate Odysseus, some gods love Odysseus. And it is definitely divine intervention that allows Odysseus to make it back home. Athena, oh my god. Is this how I die?
Got it. Right here.
I'm outside of the circle. What is this?
Let's pull back
To be fair, I had several chances to go and rest, and I was just like, whatever. I am talking. I'm not paying attention to my healing. I don't care about it. I'm dead in the game already. This is all purgatory. This is what people go through when they die in Sword Art Online. They end up in Echoes of Aincrad. But anyways, Odysseus is quite often seen Zendaya as Athena. And you get the final flashback. You could say it's like a form of PTSD in this particular case, where Jason Bourne remembers that, like, as they are sacking Troy, he remembers one girl getting pulled out and beheaded at the exact same time that the statue of Athena is getting destroyed. And the girl is actually just Zendaya. So the visage that Athena is taking this entire time as a reminder and guilt trip, I guess, is of this girl being beheaded, of this girl who has been beheaded because of his actions. It's also in that cutscene that you actually see how fucking ruthless, like, Agamemnon's forces are. Like, they are literally slaughtering everybody they can, and they're all so happy. Like, there are moments, I'm not even making this up, there are moments where a guy is like slashing some elderly woman's throat, and then another guy is like patting him on the back, being like, yeah man, that's what we're here for, bro, that was great.
You're gonna open it, right?
But like, I don't want to make it sound like the movie is about war being bad, because it's not that. Like, it's not that elementary. It's about a man understanding that his actions have had consequences so severe that he knows he has changed the world. So that was a good reveal. And also, like, you know, of course, you have to have the part where Odysseus's dog, that's over 20 years old at this point, like, is like struggling to stay alive to greet his master once more, because the dog has more faith than everyone else that Odysseus is alive. So seeing their reunion, even though it's super short, not too much time is put on it, is really powerful too. But I also like pets. The whole time I've been imagining Matt Damon's head on Jerome. I mean, it's not that far. It's not that different. It's not that different. There aren't really too many cool slowdowns, though. I think some of the slowdowns might have helped me as an older, like, I am becoming, if I were in an anime, I'm not going to break out the MS Paint, but if I were in an anime, I would have a bunch of wrinkles around my eyes because I'm past the age of 17. And okay, if we're watching a shonen anime or manga, then I would have wrinkles past the age of 17. But if it's a seinen, then like I would have to be past the age of 25. And that's when I start wrinkling. What am I doing?
There's something there.
I don't want to face another fucking laser, what? Steed? Laser buffalo? I don't even know what, why did that one just fuse out of nowhere?
This one! Come on!
Want to try fighting it?
Ah, man. There's someone on the YouTube chat that I, for the record, I haven't been keeping an eye out. Okay, no, we're good. We're good. We're good. It's like every stream I play this game, there's at least one person in the YouTube chat be asking if we should bring like psychiatric help. They're calling the FBI to see if they can like prevent some self-harm.
Take this!
Come on!
Oh my God.
One down. Good job.
But yes, I would say, I don't know. It's cool because, dude, I don't know. The Odyssey is a fun movie. I would highly recommend. If you want to sit in a potentially horrible seat that like pushes you towards chronic back pain for the rest of your life for 3 hours, I would recommend going to an AMC theater and watching The Odyssey. But only if it's on IMAX, because that's what Christopher Nolan. I gotta stop using that meme. That's a dumb one.
Come on!
Fuck.
We beat it.
What do I want to rant on next is my question. Holy crap, we have to go so far for that stupid safe travel point, fast travel point. What do I even want to talk about? What do people talk about anymore?
Sure, that'd make for good practice. Was that the last of them? There's something there. It's a spine type. Good job.
Oh, all right. Judging by that one thing we saw, we need the blink talisman. I know it's a different kind of door. I just wanted to try it out. Doesn't seem like we can do it there. Oh my god, the blink talisman is way too short. I mean, to be fair, it's pretty powerful, so maybe it does need to be short. But I'd rather have like less in my inventory and a higher amount, like a higher effect, time of effect. Like, do whatever you need to get to balance the game accordingly, and then raise the activation time. Like, because for the love of God, it's too short. It's like 10 seconds. Well, more like 30 seconds, but.
Nice work. Was that the last of them?
Oh, so you might have replied already, but going back to it, Tenkai, you were saying something about the Japanese reviews for this game or the Odyssey. I think it was about this game, but I might have misread. Is the general perception that this game's pretty mediocre? Because I would probably agree with it so far. I think the only reason it happens to be like itching something for me is, or getting like some sort of specific itch really well, is just that like. Oh, and don't even, yeah, when you talk about price, like, man, that's such a tough question at this point. Yeah, I think it was $60 or 60 or 70. I mean, well, okay, we'll get to the price point in a second here, but I think I've talked about this a bit already, but I think the one thing that this has going for me is that it's a good stream game because I don't like. I have to think about this less than I do Slay the Spire.
Good job.
I mean, the way I play Slay the Spire on stream is that I'm dedicating probably like 35 to 40% of my brain power to the game usually. I'm not even thinking. I'm using 10% of my brain on this. I'm not keeping track. There could literally be delicious water. If you get the reference, you're an OG for the record here. If you get the reference, there could be delicious water right in front of me, and I would not get it. I would not be picking it up. Unless the delicious water had a stream of light sticking out of it, then I'd pick it up. I would pick up the delicious water at that point. Or use the delicious water. Like, it's such a brain dead game, and I mean that in the best way possible. I like having brain dead games, and as crazy as it sounds, like I play Slay the Spire like it's a brain dead game sometimes. A lot of the times I do. When I'm playing Slay the Spire, like just on a Steam Deck or something, which for the record is going to be probably way less these days because now I am training horses. Ah! But as I was saying, when I play Slay the Spire, like on the Steam Deck, or like just sometimes offline by myself here, I put way more thought into the process, right? I'm not in combat. Let me do this infinitely. But the point is that these things are good because you can just veg out. It is like the closest thing I can get to playing Mario. Mario levels I've played before, I guess, specifically. The closest thing to, I don't know. Like doing a workout. Do people do workout streams? Like, hey, chat, I'm just going to be running here. And when I say that, I don't mean workout like the guy that plays full body motion controller Elden Ring and Souls games. Like, that's a whole different thing. That guy still playing a video game and still having to dodge and stuff. Do people just run on a treadmill and stream? And I mean like, okay, I say this now and I realize that there's probably a specific group of people that can do this. And by group of people, I mean people that are like really attractive that can do it. And it's perfectly fine. Like they'll amass all sorts of views and whatnot. But no, I bet like masculine, handsome men could also do it. Like, if, like, you know, like not all, wait, the term is thirst trap, right? Not all thirst traps are female. Ah! We're okay. What is going on? I just want to get to that point. Well, walking on the map. I don't know what I'm doing. Why do I have this marked? Oh, it's above. No? Oh, there is a chest there. This is this is what I'm talking about. This is what a fight should be. Do you guys see this epic encounter? This is what I'm talking about right here. All right, let's get that chest. Because maybe that's what I should be doing, because I need to get back into shape. I should just be running a marathon while trying to talk about, like, how good the new Spider-Man movie is or something. And then, like, I'm probably exerting myself even more because I'm talking this much while also, like, doing an exercise that involves a lot of breathing. Because, you know, most exercises don't involve you breathing. We all know that to be true. You just don't breathe at all. Like most people, if...
Was that the last of them?
What am I saying? Where am I going with this? Why are we constantly entering combat? Okay, I gotta backtrack. We got the chest, but I have to backtrack now.
This one!
I still find it funny that the annealed blade that was so crucial to the story was dropping left and right during that part of the game too. The annealed blade. Listen, we have to go and get the annealed blade because it's important to get the annealed blade. I already have an annealed blade. I have the recipe for an annealed blade. What are you talking about? Oh, we have to go and figure out how to grind the annealed blade. My annealed blade is plus 12 already. I'm Batman. Why are you saying Martha? Listen, report streamer. I think streamer is having a nervous breakdown.
An arc.
Streamer, are you reading chat? Streamer, are you there? Can you read me? Oh, look, it's a sphincter plant-like.
That was a good fight.
Okay, no other items. Oh, going back to the value of video games, though, I always argue that like video game value in general is kind of, I mean, let's face one specific thing at this point, and that's if people are buying video games and buying single player video games, especially, I feel like you have to almost assume at this point now that like value is no longer good almost anywhere, because if I can go and buy a roguelite for $20 and play that for 1,000 hours, value for any game sucks. Any other game. If I can go and get Sims, if I can go and find some abandonware website and get, I don't know, is SimCity 2000 on an abandonware website? Like it probably is. Like there are probably so many games out there that are fucking bangers on abandonware.com. I don't know if that's a real website. Don't go to it just in case. So yeah, the dollar per hour thing just doesn't work to me anymore. And then like, and even if it did, if I wanted to talk about the metric for enjoyment, like a video game is going to always be better than a movie in most cases. A movie that you see in a theater on release. Because a new game is going to be, you know, we're evaluating like new releases in this case.
Once more with feeling.
So if I go to a movie theater and I get, I guess it depends on the theater drastically. But if I want to go and see the IMAX 70 millimeter version of Christopher Nolan, because I didn't win the golden ticket. This is a hypothetical because I won the golden ticket, so I got to watch it with Christopher Nolan for free. Well, outside of the chocolate bar I got, you know, the Beast. I got a Feastable by Beastable. That's where the golden ticket was for the. Like a movie is gonna be 2 hours for like how much money? Like $15. It depends where you live and what your movie theater is like. Are you getting snacks? Are you getting something to drink with it? Like let's pretend you can't sneak water in. Aren't you gonna want something to drink? Like, if you get a soda from a movie theater, it's fucking crazy. You're gonna spend another fucking $10. You're gonna spend another $10. But yeah, that's all I'm saying. The price to hour thing is just fucking destroyed because of what exists out there already. And anyone, almost anyone, can run SimCity 2000. And that game, assuming you like it, but it's just an example. You could play that for hours. You could play that for so long. And then you're dividing by zero at that point, man. I mean, you know, we can get really specific into the cost of the computer, the cost of electricity. We can be crazy like that if we really wanted to, but no one wants to be, right? The point, though, is that even the most expensive video game is surely going to have a more effective hours per dollar than like a new movie will in a movie theater. But yes, no, 100% right, Bob. Like, I guess I'm just saying that like the cost thing is like, I don't know, man. The cost thing is bigger than just the one video game being $70. The additional $10 or $20 in general, or $30 if you think a game should be $40. Because I do think that like there are new games that, for different reasons, I feel like would have been better for at like $40 rather than $60 or $70. But ultimately, like if you take away that metric and just think about it from a standpoint of like, dude, I don't know. I also have to take a shit. Surely we'll be fine here while I go and do that. All right. I'll be right back. I half expected to be gone or dead by the time I got back. But we're fine. Yeah, and for that matter, they don't respawn like as long as you're in the area. It has the Minecraft system of spawning monsters minus the light mechanic. It's like your proximity impacts it. All right, 1 second. All right, that looks doable. There are multiples.
We beat it.
Oh, maybe this isn't doable. Sometimes the map is really misleading in this game. That's all I'm saying. I also picked up a snack while I was up there. What is going on? For the record, I have not moved.
Easy. Let's go Rocket's world.
I did not move my camera up at all there. I don't know why the camera started to just move up on its own. I got we beat it. We are the beaters now. Now we're the beaters.
A treasure chest.
No, I picked up
You're
a
gonna open it, right?
a snack while I was upstairs. Have you guys ever had the Hello Panda snacks? They're great. So hold on a second. Oh, that's the road. I see. I say. Whatever. Yeah, dude, I love these. And then they have the cute pandas on them, too.
This one!
The round thing might be a bow type.
I don't know where I'm going anymore. I do. Looking at the map, I understand. I understand. We're going to go back to a rest area. I think this game benefits from one. Well, I mean, okay, whatever. Like there's so much running around and shit. It's like it feels like artificial padding. Artificial padding as compared to organic padding. Maybe those things exist. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. But it feels like it pads itself out just by making you run around blindly sometimes, right? I'm going to change the plans. We're going to go and check out this area first. But if they had an item that teleported you back to a rest area, that would honestly solve some of the problems.
We beat it. Good job. A spine type, huh? Want to try fighting it? Was that the last of them?
Oh, that's not what I wanted to do.
We beat it. A spine. Let's take it on.
It's already over. Why didn't I activate that waypoint?
Sure. That'd make for good practice.
When are we going to find out that Iori is a pop star? That's my question. I refuse to drop down. Or, I mean, I refuse. Ah! I don't want to walk all the way down there. Come on. It's wild that this game actually has revolutionized. Wait. What about this? What about this?
There's something
No,
there.
I thought the ground would be slightly higher there. This game isn't about Skyrimming. It's reverse Skyrimming. Who knew? Oh, yeah. Soda.
A spine type, huh? Want to try fighting it?
No. We got this. We have this. This exists.
Look, a treasure chest.
I had a worse drop. There's a drop here. Yo! The most satisfying thing in this game, right there.
Let's take it on. We beat it.
And I don't even remember. Do you name your horses in Skyrim? Or are they just random horses you steal from someone typically? I don't remember. I mean, I think I only ever used a horse to get from one place to another more quickly. Wow, no down animation?
Lucky.
Lucky.
Was that the last of them? There's something there. It's a spine type.
It's a spine type. It's a sphincter plant type.
A spine type, huh? Wanna try fighting it? This'll be fun.
This'll be fun. We're in the middle of a war zone. If we die in the game, we die in real life. What are you talking about? No, there's, I don't know, dude. I don't know. I feel as if most of my energy has been sapped away after talking about Christopher Nolan for 5 hours. Wait, don't you have guards that travel between, or are they nobles? I can't remember, that travel between the cities in Skyrim. Dude, is this Oblivion? They're all the same to me now. I can't remember if we're talking about Fallout or we're talking... No, that's a little more extreme. Mew.
Nice work. Was that the last of them?
It's like I don't know the difference between Pow World and Oblivion now. Which one's which? Hey, am I the only person that gets some sort of like, I don't know, this is mean for the record, but I get some sort of like satisfaction for seeing Microsoft basically hand out Bethesda's IP and specifically give Obsidian. I am torn. I am conflicted because I think some of Obsidian's coolest games have been made over the last few years or last 8 years or whatever, right? And this is an outside perspective but an outsider's perspective because it's like, have I played Pentiment yet? No, I haven't. So maybe I'm proving Microsoft right. But I wish that Obsidian kept making these non-traditional games And instead, they're working on the next Fallout
job.
game. So it's like, I feel like it's funny that Bethesda isn't working on Fallout, and now Obsidian is. Despite Bethesda almost bankrupting Obsidian by not giving like their bonuses to Obsidian because they didn't hit their Metacritic goals, right? What are you talking about? Starfield is one of the greatest games of all time, Bob. We all know that.
One down. We beat it.
I'm not going to lie. For the record, I have considered re-downloading Starfield because I'm crazy. Because I think I have a problem. I think there is something critically wrong with me. I don't know why or what it is, but I'm thinking about it. Should I seek counsel for this?
This one!
This is it. Together.
Right.
Why am I dirty and she's not dirty? Oh, wait, no, her legs are dirty. Excuse me. Excuse me. Her legs are dirty.
Yori. Got it. Time to heal.
Come on! This one!
What the fuck? We drew something else in.
Come on!
Got it. Right here.
But yes, it's such a bummer that like Bethesda finally gets their age-as-old comeuppance. Like the people that. Dude, what is this? We need to fight this thing and get this thing destroyed. Fuck me. Oh my god. Why did two sub-bosses come in from this point? That's my question. Holy shit. And now I don't have... Or two elites. Were they part of the boss fight? I have no idea. So I don't think this game's necessarily hard. So that one is not. That's just a regular ass ad. Okay, they are part of the fight. All right. Dude, I don't think this game's particularly hard, but I think the problem is that the difficulty scaling, it just like spikes out of nowhere sometimes. And you're like, what the fuck just happened here?
Keep up the pressure.
seriously, like, not having iframes is crazy for parts of this. That's all I'm saying, man.
I made a mistake. Thank you. Together.
Right.
Give it everything you've got.
Oh my god, there's a third.
Got 'em all. Got it. Healing area coming up.
Come on!
Oh! It's like I'm just being juggled. What is this, Marvel versus Capcom?
Are you okay? Let's pull back for now. That's right.
I don't have a gold
Let's go
crystal.
here.
And then also there's just like weird shit. Like, how are you supposed to... Oh, wait, I think I go back to town that way? I have no idea. Oh, wait, this is the one I don't know how to get to.
Look, there's a bow.
There's a bow? Like, how do I go back to town? I feel like at times this game, you see through like this. I don't know. There are points where you think to yourself, like, how is this a game? Oh wait, no, I see. Return to town. That's on me. That's on me. How is this a video game? Then again, I did skip through every single tutorial, so it's most likely my fault. It's most likely my fault. But like the random weird decisions from a design standpoint kind of bewilder me. And so when you level up, the enemies around you will continue to scale. But let's say if you level up a few different times here, you can't actually reap the benefits of your level up until you go back to town. It's wild. It's weird. All right, now I have to... I think the game could benefit a lot from doing a slightly more convenient item system as well. Because, like, dude, I fucking hate this. No, I just like having to, like, set up... It'd be cool if you had, like, MMO things, like favorite loadouts and stuff. Because it is an MMO. I mean, or it's supposedly, you know, like you're playing an offline MMO, if you will. I understand it's not exactly that, but... Oh, God. I mean, that's one of those things where, like, them taking the liberty of changing up how that works, maybe that's fine. Maybe that's fine. I don't know. I don't know on that one. That's probably fine, right? Probably fine. Huh. I think throwing stone also doesn't really make a whole lot of sense in this game. Like, this is an MMO thing where you want to draw aggro from enemies that are further away, but enemies spawn. Like, sometimes they spawn, like, right in front of your vision. So it's like, does drawing aggro for enemies in this game even really matter if you're still going to cause enemies to spawn by drawing aggro from one? Like, from the MMO standpoint, or other games for that matter too, the idea is that, like, you draw aggro and pull it, literally pull it, and create distance from that enemy and another enemy, so you don't draw aggro from a bunch at one time, right? Like, that makes sense. Very, very, like, simple concept. But does it make sense? Does it make sense? Oh, the fact you can only have, like, one buff per like for your inventory seems crazy to me as well. Like, one team buff, I should say, so I can have one healing item for the whole party and one this one makes sense because it's your, like, combo and support thing, so, like, yeah, whatever, that makes sense. But one healing item, one cleansing or buff item seems wild to me. I think I do this for sure. I need the increased defense from bosses and elite enemies. Anemones. There are some, like, that encounter in particular, that Peckle's attack, has so many unblockable skills that it doesn't feel like it justifies the 5 increase on armor. But because armor, like, defense is always so low, so who knows? Maybe that is good. I don't know. Patina.
Overworlders, eh? So, what can I do you for?
Oh, 25. Bro, finally, we're looking like the real main characters. We gotta go and change this. I'm under the impression that, like, skill expression in Aincrad is really important because is Alcade in chat? Alcade can tell us all the deep cuts here. I don't know. All I know is that, like, Kirito's plot armor, I think, is described mostly because he's so fucking good. So, like, levels matter when they're convenient to the writer, and skill matters when it's convenient to the writer, to be completely honest. I think that is how it works. We could take a recess, and I could. We'll do it for. We'll save it for tomorrow. We'll save it for tomorrow. We're the good guys. All right, that needs to be that. What is this? This needs to be a dark red color. Dark there is good. What is this? Oh, it's the emblems there. This also needs to be dark red. So that's good, I'd say. Now, what are we doing for arms? These look really polished, but whatever. I think it'll work fine. All skin color. Just give me the thing that makes me look naked. I don't know if I'm going to find a similar color. Oh, that looks actually pretty close. Oh, I didn't click on it after I changed the color. Gotta do that, of course. Oh, you know what? I could use dark armor on top and white leg armor, and I could be Ramza from Final Fantasy VII Tactics. What was the base color? Dark. Okay. Is this going to be one of those things where it looks good here, but once we get into like regular lighting, it looks like shit? That looks all right.
Welcome, adventurer. What'll it be?
Welcome, adventurer. What will it be? Wait. Eggs, 34, 31, 25, and 20. Okay, I think we're good.
My doors are always open.
Oh my god, we have to go so fucking far. At least I think we do. Hey. We're talking about we're all talking about how like this game, it doesn't feel like it matches the accuracy of the game. We see in a cutscene how Kirito changes his equipment after killing a boss. He's doing that outside of town, okay? Why can't I do that? I put this black coat on because I'm a beater. He's a beater! I'm a beater. If you don't look, they won't draw aggro. It's as simple as that. Not true.
Fight on your own terms.
The rounds there might be about. Let's do this. That was touch and go. Yeah, I think we can handle it.
Where am I going? How the fuck did I go the wrong way? I'm such an idiot. And this is what gets me, is I would rather be in a desolate world than have to go run back through an area that we already killed the creatures in and kill them again. And it's not because it's hard. It's because they're sponges. They're just there to delay our pursuit into the game further and further, you know? I can't do that. There is a canyon between the two. It's time to have another English rant here because, listen, I fucking hate English.
Let's go, Rockets.
I hate English with a passion. You guys don't understand how much I actually hate English. Linglings English. English sucks.
Repeat it.
I always feel like I have to be super critical about how I save words around people. I have one person I know that says the premise of this story, while everyone else says premise. Do I have to curate the way I say words around each individual? Like,
Okay.
dude, I fucking hate English.
Once more with feeling.
Oh, well, the premise of this,
A spine type, huh?
wait, what's another thing?
Try fighting it?
Is it a crevasse or is it a crevice? Yeah, this is a pretty niche game. Or is it niche?
show you.
I would say niche, but do they think I'm stuck up for saying niche when I could be saying niche? Oh my God, why did I use that skill? You say that, Geezlek, but people say that. People say it like that. The premise, that's what they say. I'm not making this up. I will record it someday. I will be like, hey, can you tell me what this movie is about? No, not the synopsis. Something that's smaller, you know, like something.
There's something there.
Dude, I fucking hate English. English
The
sucks.
last of them?
I would rather have tonal. I would rather be shocked. I would rather have a dog collar on me. And every time I try and say something in English, I get shocked. And it forces me to learn Mandarin. And not just any Mandarin. I want the Mandarin. I want the local dialect Mandarin that only happens in one specific region, okay? One very specific region of China.
Good job.
I know someone that says that. I will record a conversation. I will wire myself. I will risk getting the police involved and have them put a wire on me. Where am I going? I missed it again. What am I even doing?
There's a treasure chest over there.
I'm going to have a dog collar on me that is forcing me to learn Mandarin. The specific dialect of Mandarin that is only spoken in Sichuan, okay? In the Sichuan province. Because that's what I would want to go there. I need to get better at spicy food. And what better way to do it than the capital of spice in China? That's actually not true. Someone could probably correct me. I think Sichuan has like this reputation for that, but like their actual spice is more numbing spice, right? I know French. Je m'appelle Alain. That's my French name, so that means I have to use that. I took on that French name when I was in French class in high school, so that means that's my international name, right?
Wow! What are you kidding? What is a gold crystal? What are you fucking talking about? I didn't read the tutorial.
Look! A treasure chest.
I'm fucking mauling right now. But Neil, don't you know this is the item that like makes the game easier? You get permanent blink talisman, Neil. No, I don't know. Neil, you really screwed up your run. Now you're playing in hard mode from here on out, Neil. I didn't know. Listen, I didn't know Toriel was someone you could just mercy win. I didn't know all you had to do was just keep hitting defend the whole time, okay? I didn't know because when they took away the mercy, when they took away the talk, and like nothing seemed to be happening for 20 turns, my ADHD kicked in, and I was like, I guess I have to attack Toriel. I guess that's what I'm gonna do. Now she's dead. And Sans is staring me down, okay? Sans is like, oh, you know what? Sans is telling me I have to reload the game to get the golden ending, but that's at the start of the game!
We beat it.
Listen, it would be faster. This is the problem with this game right here. It's not that big of a deal. This is the problem with this game. Look at this. You see what I'm doing right now? I hope you guys see what I'm doing, because this is literally more optimal. Instead of running all the way back
Nice work.
here, it's better for me to just go get fucking killed. It's better for me to go run over here, find some sphincter flower, and get killed by the sphincter flower. Where are the enemies? Why is it that somehow the enemies are always around when I don't want them to be? Oh my god!
Fight on your own terms.
Okay.
Let's switch.
Understood. I've got your back.
This is faster. Is it faster? Why do we have the worst enemies to deal with? What are you doing?
That was close. But I'm glad
Why
we made
did
it
she
out.
kill them?
Are you okay? Let's go back for now.
She has a crystal that fast travels us. Why don't I have a crystal that fast travels us? I think Neil's going crazy, guys.
I think we go here.
We do actually, because there is one point where I was yapping about Matt Damon, Jason Bourne in the Odyssey, and she literally leveled us up by killing an elite on her own, which is hilarious.
This one! Come on!
Dude, I am like trying to parry this. Maybe you can parry this. Sure as hell can't parry that because of the aura. At this point, it's better for me to just die because there's no passive healing. Actually, this particular character or armor does.
Let's pull back for now.
I haven't seen fast travel items. I just want to get back to the save point so I can go and get to my objective faster, you know? That's all I want to do. I don't know why. I let myself get killed by that guy there just because it was like, what's going on? Why did he just teleport in front of me? Isn't this the exact like antithesis of what like an open world game is supposed to behave? I think it's because like the guy spawned in and out, sort of like if you're playing seamless co-op, a third-party mod for Elden Ring.
Good job.
But anyways,
Look, there's an ox.
the whole point I was making is that like there's like this weird sort of I think the problem, one of the core problems to this game is that the enemies aren't persistent in the same sort of Souls way, where like if I kill an enemy, it needs to stay dead until I come back or until like I go and rest, right? I think that just makes more sense because it gives you motivation for not resting, for one thing, and it also makes your backtracking and running around like more bearable. Because I mean, we take for granted how simple but how genius that thought or like idea is, which is, listen, your health items are, oh, I'm gonna die from this, aren't I? Your health items are infinite so long as you keep going back to heal, right? This was a mistake. I can't jump. It was because of my stamina, I think. But yes, the idea of having like a campfire, a lantern, a bonfire is actually great because you can clear out enemies and do all sorts of things. Your sense of progress isn't gated behind, or usually gated behind, having to grind up healing items and stuff like that. But this game goes like halfway in, halfway out. They use Estus, and you have some like shitty healing items. Like you could technically be crafting up the higher versions of them, but like that is a higher cost in resources, which may be not a big deal. But coupled with the fact that you can't replenish your items at the save points unless you go all the way back to town, and who the fuck wants to do that? Who wants to go all the way back to town? I don't want to go back to town. You don't want to go back to town. It's just going to make everything take longer. If you could replenish more quickly from the rest areas, like that would potentially solve some of the qualms here. But it's the issue that like if I want to travel from point A to point B, without resting, I have to fight the same elite over and over and over. It's like I'm getting flashbacks from Suikoden 3 here. How many times do I have to fight the fucking desert snake, the mountain snake? You know what I'm talking about. How many times do you have to run through that same area and then get like random encounters? It's like somehow an action game is like duplicating the same issues with old RPGs with random encounters. I'm playing Final Fantasy 2 and I'm going through the Final Fantasy 2 with the beaver. I talk beaver. And I'm going through the final dungeon and I have the highest encounter rate in any fucking RPG except Xenogears. I have forgotten the plot of Final Fantasy 2 while exploring the final dungeon. Who am I? I don't even know who the main villain is anymore. Is Garland the main villain? Was that the other game? I can't tell. But you see this battle here? This battle's gonna happen again soon. And of no consequence. to the enemies or whatever. There's no consequence. Wait,
Is
what?
that the last of them?
Oh. My whole life is a joke, so I didn't realize you were making a joke. Wait, you only fought the two-headed snake once per playthrough? What am I doing wrong? I feel like I fight that thing 3 times. What is going on? Wait. Are we talking about the two? Are we talking about the same thing? Is it a two-headed snake? It's the boss, the turtle snake boss thing. I don't know. It's 5 different creatures put together in the mountain pass on Suikoden 3. What the hell is that thing? What is it called? Look, and it's like, I just left the screen and I go back in and now Link has to kill the same fucking goblins multiple times. But the thing that's okay with, or bokoblins, I guess. But the thing that makes it okay in Link to the Past is that you can just walk right past him. Link can run. He can outrun any enemy in that game. So you don't have to keep fighting him over and over, okay? That's why it's okay. All right, Tenkai, I'm relying on you. Is it possible to fight that thing multiple times? Is it because it's like a treasure boss or something? Is that why? And I don't know if the treasure boss is going to give me a double beat crystal, so I got to fight it. I don't know if it's going to give me the Hyjamin crystal that revives General Leo in Final Fantasy VI. So I have to fight it. What if it drops the item that lets you save? What if it drops the item? What if it drops the item that turns Thomas into the main character and then Suikoden 3 gets better because of it? The point is that I'm going crazy because I don't know how. I don't know. The point is I'm going crazy. Oh my god, it's this fucking treasure chest. It was like 45 minutes ago that I was like, oh, we have to get it by going up onto the bridge, and then we forgot about it. Bob, what are you talking about? It never worked. It never worked. The blinking mirror doesn't exist, and Vicky and the blinking mirror don't exist in Suikoden 3. It's a myth. See, okay, we're back at this area. If I run into an elite, it's better for me to just die. Because it's potentially going to get me to the place faster. So I'm not even going to worry about my life here, because it's going to be more efficient if they kill me fast. Oh my god, the butterfly effects. I mean, just Suikoden 3, like, it's not that... When I say this, I don't mean the developers in this case.
Type, huh? Wanna try fighting it?
I don't mean the developers in this case, but it's like the game, the outcome, what the game suddenly has become, if you will, right? Why is it telling me to go that way? This is the wrong way! Or I guess it's taking me to progress, but I want chests,
Good job.
not progress. Where was I? Anyways, again, not the developers. The developers were making the game that, like, the best game they thought was around for Suikoden 3. And Suikoden 3 was like,
Let's go here.
obviously a lot of things made them make decisions about that game that didn't necessarily make the most sense, right? It is what it is. It is what it is. But in hindsight, the moth battles, the entire battle system does not respect your time. Like, I need to watch Chris on her fucking horse float around the map for like 3 hours before she gets her attack off. And then the butterfly or moth needs to do its entire attack animation, and that needs to take 5 hours. Am I having fun? Am I having fun? And I am by no means the type of person that like just can't fucking stand battle animations. I am playing Fire Emblem and I have the animations turned on because I want to hear the cool music. I want to hear that. That's critical to the experience where like the orchestra becomes heavily percussion based and it's fucking cool. It's fucking awesome. But the moths are going too far. And the only reason I'm not getting mad at having
A spine. Let's
whatever chimera that Hugo rides on, I don't remember what it is. Or the dragon riding. I don't think Tiff is watching, so I can say things right now. Or Fooches. How do you think? I've never looked at the katakana before. How do you say his name? I don't know. I call him Futch because it's Butch with an F, Futch, and it sounds fucking stupid. Anyways, the only reason that they're okay is because they're gonna kill the enemy. They're gonna one-hit the last boss. They're gonna one-hit the last boss. So it's like, even if they spend 10 seconds getting to the enemy and flying up in the air, even if that happens, it's still better.
Fight on your own terms.
Wow!
This one!
And then they course corrected way too much in Final Fantasy Suikoden 4. You know what? People don't want to spend 10 minutes in each random battle. Yeah, I played Xenogears. I don't like it. I'm tired of pretending that Xenogears was the best RPG ever because good God, it's not. Good God. I don't think anyone says that for the record. It is fucking cool, don't get me wrong, but also I tried playing it. I tried playing it and I got like to the campfire scene and I was like, I am taking 5 steps and there's a random battle. I take 5 steps and suddenly I am saving the universe. I just want to be in my robot, okay? Can we remake Xenogears and then just not have any regular battles and only wait, what are they called? They're not Wanzers. They're another fucking like German term for like, it's probably the German term for, no, it's not.
There's a treasure chest over there.
It's probably a German term for some random body part that the Japanese are like, this really is the right term for a mecha, you know? It's the German word for nose. It's the German word for elbow. And when you think about it, our mechas have a strong emphasis on the elbow, so I think it's fitting. I think this is the right choice to make. What are we talking about? They're called, oh, right, because Xenogear. Yeah, of course. You know what? That makes sense. They did a good job. They did a damn good job there. Xenogears. Ah, it's a gear. Which was later, and of course, we all know that this is also part of the same universe as the Gears of War series. Because that's when the gears go crazy. No, I had completely forgot. Like wankers. Dude. That would be perfect. What is the point of any of this? What am I doing? It may prove useful later. Oh, man. My body is weighing cars. Dude, I don't even remember this in San Andreas. I mean, there are a lot of Japanese, like, automobile manufacturers, man. Wong cars would be pretty, you know,
What should we do?
we're just not on the right timeline for Wong, you know, for some dude named Wong to, like, for Wong, wait, what is his name? What is Dao Chan's dad's name? Isn't it Wong something? Oh, true. It could. Yeah. What am I saying? Why am I saying manufacturer when, like, there's definitely a dealership out there named that? What am I saying? Is it Wong Yun? Is that Dao Chan's adopted dad? We all know.
This one!
Fuck me. Are you fucking kidding me? I haven't been able to do anything.
Are you okay? Let's pull back
This
for
in.
now.
This is what I'm talking about right here. This is a well-designed video game, okay? I know, I'm memeing there. Like, the consequence of dying in this game is so low, assuming you're not on permadeath. But holy fuck, if you're on permadeath, I would be so pissed off constantly. It's funny, though, that this game still itches, like, or scratches that itch that, like, I think I kind of need. So even though, like, I mean, I'm giving this game a 6 out of 10, but let me tell you what, like, so far, it's a super enjoyable 6 out of 10, you know? It's one of the better 6 out of 10s we've played in that doesn't make sense. It's still a 6 out of 10.
Oh, there's a bow.
The 6 out of 10 is assuming the story doesn't feel satisfying, to be completely honest. So if the story's actually solid, then, like, it's got room to grow. I find it, and I don't even know why I'm quantifying this. It's like a 3 out of 5. I actually prefer the 5-point scale because it's so much easier to evaluate that way. Like, I oftentimes think about, like, and this isn't always the determining factor. But if you use, like, a 5-point scale, like, I think you're more willing to go into the lower scores, you know? So, like, a 0 is, like, I'm not even, if something is a 0, I don't know how I started playing it, but it's just nothing like, of it is working for me. I don't appreciate the design of the game. I don't think there's value in the game. I don't think the game was made for anyone. A 0 out of 5 is, like, probably super rare. A 0 out of 5 is the one game that costs like $200 and it's a beat 'em up with one level. Like, that's a 0 out of 5. But also,
Was that the last of them?
also kind of, I still gotta kind of give that game 1 point because there's some sort of hustle there, and the fact that people know about this game means someone fell for it, right? Like, it's probably a money laundering thing, and, like, you know, I mean, it's a successful money launder, so I mean, I guess I got to give it something,
I
right?
think we can handle it.
Anyways, 0 out of 5's big rigs over the road racing. I don't even know if I played that, but I will absolutely take. I think you understand what I'm saying. Like, 0 out of 5's are rare as hell, and as a result, like, you know, I like. whatever IGN's actual 0 is that like a 5 or 6 or something? I don't know. Like people meme on it, but like
Safe area.
there is like
Definitely needs a break.
it feels like there is a reverse scaling, or maybe that is still a scaling grade system where if you look at IGN, you should be like taking their lowest score, their lowest reasonable average score, and like pulling down the scores, like relatively speaking, right? Anyways,
You're next, I think.
the point I'm getting at here is that right now, like this game is like a 3 out of 5, which I feel like maybe I'm being generous. I don't know. When you that's the whole thing. When there's a 10-point scale, it's like your brain, or at least my brain, starts to focus on it being like 100, if you will. Like you're grading something like a paper. And then I start thinking about like passing grades and shit, and like I start questioning myself, is that really how I'm supposed to look at this? But like so far I think this game's like somewhere around a 3, which means that there's value to it. And I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about like experience overall, and like do I think people would have fun playing this game? I think some people will definitely have fun playing this game. I'm having fun playing this game right now. I don't necessarily think it's like I also think that like intention of the game matters a lot too. Like, are the developers trying to get or do something specific, and do they achieve that? Because, you know, I think there are games out there that are meant to make you feel miserable, or meant to make you feel a certain way, and you have to ask the question of like, if whether that's from a story standpoint or gameplay standpoint, whether or not they're successful for it, right?
Come on!
Everything you've got.
Stamina's at max.
Chance. Keep up the pressure.
I guess it boils down to, but I mean, like, but that's the thing. I feel like why I don't want to weigh price into it too much. Like, it probably does to some extent, but it's because it feels so, I don't know. It means it just feels way too, what is the word I'm looking for? The goalpost moves so much because let's think about Suikoden 2 for a second. A game that came out for $50, or I think $50 on the PlayStation 1 initially, and when you factor in factor in inflation and all like the economic, like the people that were buying the game in this country versus that, ignoring all that stuff. But let's talk about a $50 game, full game that came out. After a year of it, I actually don't think this is the case, but let's say like after a handful of months, that game at certain places might drop down to like $25, right? But now fast forward not to the present time, but there's a point where like if you want to play Suikoden 2 without pirating or burning it or doing other ways, like there is a period of time where you can't play Final Fantasy 2 because the PlayStation 3 isn't out yet, and you are spending $200 fucking for a copy off of eBay or whatever the online buying solution was at that point in time. I don't know. It like my point is though that like once you get into price, you stop talking about the developer and you like the developers, the people making the game, and you start talking about the business people behind the studio. And I realize there are situations, especially nowadays, where the people that are developing the game are also the ones deciding what the game is worth. But I don't think that is universal. Or what am I saying? I don't think. I know that's not universal. Like, do we think that do we think that the developer of Donkey Kong Bonanza was like, we are making this game at this price? Like, I don't think that they're deciding that at that point. I don't think
I
the
think we go here.
thousands of creatives working on GTA 6 are working on GTA 6 knowing or deciding what they're pricing it out to. It's these fucking finance guys, not marketing, finance guys, that are ultimately determining and trying to figure out what like the best way to price their game, right? And like the price I pay for a game, I try not to let impact like my decision over like whether or not a game is good or not based on just the fact that I'm getting games at super discounted prices on Steam constantly and so forth, right? So while like I do probably let it impact me a little bit on its initial release, like everything's gonna be $70 now, so like I'm sure I'm gonna be a little more ornery. I'm trying to distance myself from like the economic situation that we're in.
Like this IRL.
All of the harsh realities and just trying to look at like the art for what it is. Oh, I already killed that. That's my whole point.
One down.
Because let's be fair, do we think that like do we really? Again, obviously, there's a degree of it that will creep in regardless. Like, if GTA 6 releases at full price of $100 for the base form, like, it's always going to be subconsciously there. But I'm not like a reviewer I'm not a reviewer influencing people as to whether or not they should buy the game. I'm looking at this more from the artistic, like, value, from the enjoyment value and so forth. Like, if I were a journalist working from a now defunct video game, like, journalist company, like dude, I don't fucking know. Like an EGM or something. Maybe those things come into more play here, but like that's not the conversation we're having. Anyways, long story short, as a result, that's why I'm like leaning around, I don't know, a 3 out of 5 for this game, maybe closer to a 2 or something. It really depends on the story. And this also be real too that like I think there is a degree of I'm gonna rest and then go back to the chests and then we'll actually get through a story mission. The whole stream was just getting one story mission.
That's
so
right.
I can then work 8
Let's go
hours
here.
at the office again. I think I'm of the same mindset. Again, this is probably not the cool indie darling streamer, variety streamer opinion to have, but like I like the GTA 5 story. I thought it was like campy and stupid, and that's what I want from those games, you know?
Was that the last of them?
I kind of want it to be dumb. Like, what am I doing otherwise? Oh, it's just right there. I'm blind.
Treasure chest. You're gonna open it, right?
I want a game that'll poke fun at itself occasionally, and that, yeah, I don't know, just like copies. Like, you know, GTA 5 feels like you're watching like a 90s, early 2000s like shitty movie. God, it probably was an early 2000s game. What am I saying?
Good job.
It wasn't, but you get the joke I'm making of how long it's taken. I think the online component is really only like
Was that
if
the last of them?
there's a reason. Like, the only way I'm playing online GTA 6, and outside of like morbid curiosity, is if like I have a bunch of friends that start playing
A
it,
treasure chest.
or like if my cousin started playing it. Like, you know, I am constantly looking for the new Phantasy Star Online. I'm looking for the game or the new League of Legends, which I would play like socially with my cousins and some friends. Like, do I enjoy playing those games in and of themselves? I guess rather, like, do I enjoy playing specifically those games? Not necessarily, or PSO I did, for the record. But what made those experiences better were just being able to play it with someone else. If all of my cousins and friends got into VR chat, you bet your bottom dollar, to reference a great biopic. No, you bet I would go and play VR chat just to like chill and say hi to like family and friends and stuff, because that's the value I'm getting from those games. I don't need to rest again. What am I doing? Will I get both of the chests? Am I crazy? I don't want to go back for that. I already have to go back for the stupid gold thing. Yeah, I think you might be very right about GTA 6. I'm gonna say this for Mark, and then I'm going to backtrack it for just a second. I have a strong feeling that the GTA 6 is actually going to be a very big determining factor as to whether or not,
Let's head inside.
like, what happens to gaming going forward. I don't mean to sound like super dramatic or anything, but if GTA 6 releases and it's solid and everyone's happy, like, maybe video games are gonna, maybe everything's gonna be okay. If GTA 6 is a giant fucking steaming pile of shit, I think we are going to have a renaissance of indie games yet again. And for the reason that, like, all faith in large development is just fucking gone in the next 10 years. Who knows? But more than likely what's going to happen is it's going to be in the middle of those experiences, right? Oh, I think it affects indies so much as that, like, if GTA 6 is a complete dump of bullcrap, and it's horrible, and like, because the repercussions of GTA 6 are going to be felt years down the road, one way or another, if it's one extreme or the other. And if it's in the middle, it's going to be a puddle or a pebble dropping in a large body of water. But if it sucks super ass, I think that means you have less faith in AAA development, and that has and then that like, you know, we all know, like, the general theme of video game development at this point is that we don't spend money on your quote unquote AA titles or whatever. That term doesn't exist anyways. That's a fake term. We don't spend money on the smaller titles. We don't make small games anymore, like lower budget games, higher risk, higher reward, or excuse me, we always just go AAA big time, blah, blah, blah. And not only is that something that's, like, come about within recent years, it's continuing to be a growing trend. If you look at Microsoft, they're basically having Obsidian stop all of their side project things, and they're going to focus on Fallout. Fallout's going to be the next big thing. I mean, we probably should have been working on Fallout when the fucking TV show is doing numbers, but whatever. We're Bethesda and we don't fucking know anything. We think people like the Creation Engine still. Dude, is Neil going crazy? Is Neil fucking going... No, listen, Starfield is going to save the Creation Engine. Creation Engine 2.0 is out and life is good. I don't even know if that's the engine that they use in it or if that's what they call it. So I could be 100% wrong there. But you get what I'm saying. If GTA 6 just completely shits the bed and you're Microsoft and you've already gutted most of your, like, you know, whatever small titles, and your efforts towards working to these small niche titles, like, what are you going to do? Like, you probably continue and finish off the larger title games that you have, and those probably won't do extremely well, and then you fucking gut the rest of Xbox at that point, right? So, you gut Xbox and you focus entirely on Candy Crush and your mobile games. That's what you do. So my point is that, like, the adverse effect or whatever, the reaction or the effect of that is that we basically enter the renaissance of indie games. a third, a seventh, an eighth. I don't know, whatever. We enter an era where indie games are the primary means of video games, of single player video games, of solo video games. And you also have to think about the fact that all of the displaced talent from current AAA developers end up going into that space too, or leaving the industry altogether. So that's why I think indie development has a bigger boon if GTA 6 fucking shits the bed. You know what I mean? So, anywho, if GTA 6 does wonders, then AAA developers end up focusing even more on AAA and huge risks and gambles, and that's also shitty for the industry. So it's like, we're fucked. Video games are fucked.
Our goal's not far now.
Maybe the best thing is for the status quo to continue, but dude, I don't know. Oh man, I could rant on this topic for so long. Like, we're in such a shitty position. I know I've talked a little bit, but have I gone that much into the whole problem with like digital only games? Obviously, I'm the type of person that likes to own physical, but like the reality of the situation is that most of the games I'm playing are on Steam. That's not physical at this point. I'm buying some box sets here and there for the physical copy. And also just like the collection thing. I don't know, man. No, but so that's the thing. Like, when you say it's like they didn't realize they could make 3 medium-sized games for the price of a big AAA and probably sell them for more money too, like Microsoft literally had that going on because it aligned with their business strategy before. And I know you're not just talking about Microsoft, but you're talking about all AAA developers in general and so forth. But Microsoft was specifically buying up. I don't know if this is true. It's just what makes sense if you're looking from the outside, right? Microsoft's main strategy for their last CEO, I should say, right, with like their last wave of leadership, was that we need to push Game Pass, right? So Game Pass is super fucking important. And how do you support Game Pass? You make deals with developers. You get a bunch of small games, or when I say small games, I mean like shorter games. You aren't trying to get people in on Game Pass with Call of Duty, or at least you shouldn't be. That doesn't make sense to me. If I am the type of person that is only playing Call of Duty, I don't want to spend X number of dollars a year when I could buy it once, right? And maybe there are all sorts of things you can do to factor in like discounts for Game Pass people on buying Call of Duty, whatever, freemium currency or whatever, free premium currency, whatever the fuck. I don't know. Like there are lots of things that I think they were trying out, and it seems like it didn't work because they completely gutted Call of Duty from Game Pass and whatnot, blah, blah, blah. But that's what, I imagine that was the strategy. They picked up Double Fine. Like, what the fuck is, like, Double Fine is the antithesis of, like, AAA development, right? And I say this as a good thing. They're buying up a bunch of studios in the past handful of years, I think, as the strategy of, like, we need to have a lot of titles that are available on day one for Game Pass, because that makes Game Pass look good. Game Pass is good when you're playing a bunch of different games, right? And it's fantastic. Like, if you're the type of person that's going to play Slay the Spire and just play it for a while, get through, like, your, Ascension 1 or something and be done with it, like, or Ascension 0. Yeah, exactly. Telltale's a perfect example. A studio like, or more recently, something like Dispatch is perfect for Game Pass, because you're playing that game once and you're going to fondly remember it and you're going to move on from there. Like, those are the kinds of titles. But the fact that they basically have divested in how many development teams over the last 5 or 6, or excuse me, not 5 or 6, over the last couple months. Ninja Theory, Double Fine, I am blanking. They're not in a publishing deal with what is the game? What is the game that came out as a result of it was like one of the Forza guys made a racing game, and I can't. It's not recreation or rec or what? Fuck, clutch. Anyways, and they're taking Obsidian, who has made some like some highly reviewed like smaller games like Avowed and the Pillars games. And is it Pillars of Eternity and so forth? Isn't Mind's Eye a separate studio? Isn't Mind's Eye a separate studio? Isn't that the Benz studio? Dude, I want to play Mind's Eye. These are the games I want to play out of morbid curiosity. That's why I'm playing this game, honestly. Anyways, the point is that like the strategy that Microsoft is seemingly supporting at this point is obvious based on their actions. I think they have lost faith in Game Pass. I wouldn't be surprised if Game Pass just disappears or becomes like a shell of its former self in a year or two. And you're gonna see them focusing entirely on their AAA, or they're going to try and push their big titles, but also, like, is that successful? Do the kids know who Halo is? Who John Halo is? That TV show fucking sucked. At least I think it did. I don't know. The point is, I'm not hearing about the TV show anymore. And Fallout, like, I don't think people, or maybe they do, and maybe they're banking on this. Maybe they think this is going to be the thing. Maybe like video gaming is now considered like a luxury good. Maybe we're getting into the Apple territory where it's like we are selling $2,000 phones, and that's what we're gonna do. We're not selling for the family that can't, like, that is eating food stamps, that are using food stamps and on financial aid. Like we're selling Apple phones.
It's huge.
Well, it is the second floor's main town.
The NPCs look pretty different here. It really feels like a new land. Man, if this was a normal game, I'd be so excited to play.
All right, let's get searching for Kirito. I wish we could ask Argo, but I can't seem to get in contact with her.
Well, guess we're searching by ourselves then.
It's a pretty big town. Where do we start?
Well, you can see a gap in our chin, and it goes out to the other side. You can see the... Okay, I hope it shows up again.
Right then. Let's go there.
Look, you can see the gap. Do you guys see that? You can see the plants, the fauna. It's like our head was hollow for a second. There was no other side. I'm impressed. Like, are they saving a lot of processing when we turn our head and it becomes invisible? Dude, I have no idea how this works. Did you guys see that? I don't know. Anywho. The point though is that like Microsoft is going to be they're going to be limiting their user base, because I don't think anyone fucking cares about John Halo. I don't think anyone cares about Gears. I think the people that care about these games are like 40, are like late 30s, early 40s. They are getting older and older. But they also potentially have the money. So I don't know. Like, you just jack up the prices at this point and profit. Yeah, I don't care about John Halo. I don't fucking care about Gears of War. I mean, if I had played those games as a kid, maybe I would. And maybe this is just like what you grew up with, because let's be fucking honest for a second. I don't know why I'm cussing. Let's be honest for a second. If a new Metal Gear Solid game came out with Kojima back with Konami, like some sort of agreement arranged, even if it looks like ass, I'm gonna buy it. Even if it looks like a steaming pile of shit, I'm probably gonna play it. So maybe this is a console thing. Like I grew up like playing Sony consoles as a kid instead of Xbox. I grew up with Joey. Fucking Joey. Dude, Joey sucks. I can say this because Tiffany isn't watching right now, but Joey is so dumb. For the record, playing Suikoden 2, this is like not even related to what we're talking about, but I did want to bring up, unless there's like some additional lore that is brought up in like a visual novel or something that I'm not aware of, or the light novel or the manga or something, when you're just playing the game, Suikoden 2, it really doesn't feel like there's any reason that Leon couldn't have proposed to Joey the plot of Green Hill. Because like Leon is introduced to the player, like to the POV, or not the POV, like the point of view of the player, the game. Leon gets introduced kind of like in a way that implies that Joey and Leon already know each other. So I am not giving Joey credit for Green Hill. That's all I'm saying here. I'm giving Leon Silverberg credit for Green Hill and credit for the poisoning attempt or the assassination. Wait. What? Which genre? Are we talking to RTS? I'm trying to think of a genre, a dead genre where a game sold that many copies, and it's like RTS is the only thing I can think of. Because, yeah. I think we can all agree that RTS is dead, right? Like, or it's a dying genre. It's dead. But boy, like the RTS fans still fucking love RTS games. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing, there is no, dude, where am I going? I can't access my map because it's not, because it's running only. Is this the end? No, it's the item. Where is the end? I mean, I think that's one of the problems is that point and click games never sold that much, right? Like when the adventure / point and click genre, to me those are still adventure games. Like when I hear adventure game, I think of point and click adventure games. When those were like the most popular games, like during the LucasArts studio days and Sierra and so forth, I don't think that they had the numbers overall, did they? Yeah, you'll have to let us know, because King's Quest is probably either King's Quest or I'm trying to think what else would be. I can't look at the lore because we're running only. Oh, what are you guys looking at there? Oh, I wonder where he is. Zash isn't doing anything. He's just standing there. There has to be a more popular series than King's Quest, and I am blanking. Like, is Zork or Myst? Like, did either of those? And maybe I'm even overvaluing like the event, like how strong adventure games were, because like, did it ever eclipse Doom? Okay, fair. I guess I'm thinking of what is the sequel to Zork? Is it Return to Zork? There's this scene in Return to Zork that I swear like made me the scaredy cat I am today. Return to Zork. Wait, online game? Are you fucking... It's not an online game. If you look up Return to Zork, Google is like, oh, this is an online game. It's not an online game. Do you think you could have an online game that wasn't text-based in 1993? So in Return to Zork, dude, we should play Return to Zork. I need to confront the game. This, I think, is one of the formative experiences I had where I was scared shitless by a game. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, I found the tunnel, but I can't find. There's a tunnel in Return to Zork. And my memory, dude, I am 2 years old right now, drinking my first Mr. Brown canned coffee. I am starting my caffeine journey and addiction. Watching my brother play Return to Zork, or actually, I think I might have tried playing it myself, but I'm a fucking stupid kid. I am a stupid kid playing Return to Zork, not knowing what to do, and you go into a tunnel. And you you flick your lighter or light a match or do something, and you see some scary ass guy down there dancing, or like moving between two frames. I don't know if he's supposed to be like in a battle animation or if he's dancing. And then it goes out. The light goes out and you die if you don't leave. Maybe you can leave in time. I don't know how this game works. I'm 2 years old drinking a can of Mr. Brown coffee for the first time. Broken Sword is one of those games that isn't that later? Or no. Maybe I'm wrong. I think the last games of Broken Sword happened to release later, but it probably started around the same time. The first game, 1996. So maybe a little later than King's Quest. But not by much. Because King's Quest was like... What? Oh, hold on. Oh, never mind. That was 84. Holy crap, I'm off. I wasn't alive during this. It's like when you're talking about... It's like when it's ancient history. When you're talking, like you just wrap up ancient history between like, oh, this era that we're talking about is between the years of 2 million BC and 1.5 million BC. It doesn't matter. The universe, as we established last week, the universe didn't exist until, hold on, let me look at the time. The universe didn't exist until July 18, 2026 at 6:37 a.m. when I woke up, and I gave you all the memories that you have that makes you think that you're alive. Oh, look, it's Asuna over there.
Hard to forget someone like that. Let's ask her.
Asuna, hey. Hey, who are you, Asuna? Let's get really uncomfortably close.
Yeah?
Bia?
You're Asuna, right? You were in the raid party.
Oh, it's you guys.
You
You
remember us?
guys.
I do. I saw you all during the fight, though you weren't around after.
Well, we're sorry for bothering you, but we're looking for Kirito. Do you happen to know where he is?
Why do you ask?
There's something we need to ask him.
Which is?
It's about a quest. We barely have any information on it, and thought he might be able to help us, since he's a famous beta tester and all.
What quest would this be?
Yeah, this voice is
An
not doing it
important
for
one.
me.
If we fail, I think everyone might die before they even have a chance of reaching the 100th floor.
Tell me more. Really? A mandatory quest?
If we ignore it, things could turn out really bad. That's why we're looking for information.
Well, you have the right idea. Kirito might know something.
Right. It'd be great if we could meet him and get his take.
He's currently hunting the Trembling Ox in the Eastern Badlands.
Thank you.
Oh, and about Kirito.
Yeah?
He can be a little hard to talk to, and he might not give you the answers you're looking for straight away.
I guessed as much. Especially after seeing him in the raid.
Good luck. It won't be easy.
Got it. Thanks. Let's split up and search for him.
No, he's just misunderstood, okay? This is in the timeline where he doesn't lose Sachi, okay? That's an important thing. Let's split up. Why are we splitting up?
I thought Kirito didn't play well with others. But maybe he's actually a decent guy, you know? That Asuna girl seems to really trust him.
Anyways,
despite his attitude.
that
now,
scene from
let's just
Return to
try to gather some
Zork
info.
terrified me, okay? I could never play Return to Zork again.
I can't believe we ran into Asuna here. If what she said is true, then Kirito isn't as scary as I thought. I hope we can meet up with him soon.
I mean, all right, I don't even need to comment. It's like these people forgot our interaction with Kirito after the raid boss that we helped a lot with. We were instrumental. Without us, they wouldn't have even solved it. We're basically the guys that allow Han Solo and the gang to escape in episode 5 of Star Wars, okay?
Hello again. First it was those awful...
And if that's not enough, I don't know what. I can't. I've completely forgotten the plot regarding this conversation, but like about game sales and stuff in general, right?
Oh,
Well, this
I
all
beg your
stems
pardon,
from like the conversation about like game sales and like the health of video games in general and whatnot, right? Oh yeah. It was because Gieslik was talking about a dead genre that still managed to sell 11,000 copies of a title, and it's like, of course that's RTS. Of course it's RTS. But it's a dead genre. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I think the only reason you can't say JRPGs are a dead genre yet is because occasionally, every once in a while, one gets released and everyone, like people in major media or mainstream media will start talking about it, right? Whereas, like, did anyone fucking care about, like, what is the most recent RTS game that's made a splash on, like, mainstream, like, news outlets? Because if, like, the most recent one is StarCraft 2, like, how long has that been? And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being, like, in a dead genre for the record. I think similarly, Fire Emblem, Fire Emblem specifically skirts this, but, like, the tactics, tile-based, turn-based... The turn-based strategy RPG, I think, is also a dead genre for the record. Like, the only reason any games get any sort of, like, notoriety is because there's, you know, dating sim aspects to it. Hello, Fire Emblem. Hello, Fire Emblem. Good to see you, Fire Emblem. Fucking 3 copes. That could have solved everything. And instead, they just doubled down on their shitty ending. Is Neil doing okay? I want more story. The Black Swordsman, that's what I'm here for. Is it actually getting media attention if I haven't heard of it before? And it's not like I'm not listening to, or it's not that I'm just living under a rock. Oh, I should have listened to that. What am I doing? What am I doing with myself? That was core story that I just missed.
Ready to go?
For the record, I don't mind like the story in this game so far. Again, I have a bad feeling that we're just going to be playing second fiddle a whole bunch, and that's going to be annoying as hell. But like if they have us saving the world in the shadows, like depending on how they execute it, it could be fucking garbage.
Come on!
Oh, all right. You have a good one, Bob. Thanks for dropping in. I'll be stopping here soon too. I don't even know why I took on this quest. I guess when I say about like major media outlets, I'm talking about like, oh my god.
Okay.
Our larger video game podcasts, not focused on that genre because those obviously exist.
I've got this.
Given it ample airtime, is it showing up at major gaming events that in ways that are not just paid for? So like the one I'm talking about with turn-based RPGs is like very obvious, but I'm talking about like Claire Obscure, and then before that it probably would have been Metaphor. And Persona 5 to a degree too, to be fair. Like those have made their, albeit however short, their like, you know, their big waves, right? They all turned out to like mostly be small little ripples in the grand scheme of things, but like they get out there in a way that, you know, like we're not talking on the same lines of like a GTA 6 or whatever, but they still make their headlines. But that's what I'm saying, man. I stay relatively like up to date with gaming news and whatnot, and I just never hear anything about RTSs anymore.
We beat it.
Dude, but Kotaku is Kotaku is not major media, you know? I mean, to be fair, like Kotaku does report on all sorts of levels of things, but like them and Video Games Chronicles, like I think those are definitely more of your niche news sources at this point. Where am I going? Oh, dude, I'm never gonna beat this game.
A spine type, huh? Wanna try fighting it?
Again, I think my favorite genre is probably like strategy turn-based games, and that's fucking dead too. We just have to embrace it. That the only way RTS is gonna get back into the game, just like JRPGs, is you have to have a social element to it, okay? You need to put Tokimeki Memorial into your strategy RPG, and let me tell you, that's when you're gonna get your renaissance, okay? I want to play as Rainer from Rainer in StarCraft 2, or in StarCraft 3, I mean, rather. I want to play as Rainer in StarCraft 3. And I want a dialogue tree with Kerrigan, okay? And I think that fixes the game. Is this where I came from? I think this is where I came from. I mean, like, I know that's where I came from, but like...
The round thing?
Oh, no, it's not. It is not where I came from. Because I wouldn't have access to this chest.
A treasure chest. You're gonna open it, right?
But that's the point. Once you self-inserting as Rainer can have a dating option with Kerrigan, then we're getting somewhere. You're going to literally double your user base, like your potential users, by having romance and strategy games. Wait, what? Without making a Guild Wars prequel? I don't understand the connection here. Aren't those two different developers? Or are we talking Brood Wars? What are you talking about? Kerrigan's hot. When did we decide to retcon that Kerrigan was a sex symbol of the strategy RPG genre?
Looks easy. Let's go Rocket's world.
I refuse to. Oh, actually, was I supposed to be able to traverse that? It does not feel like I was supposed to. Guild Wars? Like, you mean the MMO? They're different develop. What the fuck is going on? Am I? Did I get Nelson Mandela into? Fuck. Did I get Nelson Mandela into like a different universe where Guild Wars is the MMO of choice rather than WoW?
Fight on your own terms.
Okay.
This one!
I think you need to have dialogue trees while you're also managing your resources and microing in the middle of a battle. And then strategy games, RTS, will come back. It is funny that like we use the term dead genre, but it's so much like I feel like dead genre is kind of a misnomer because there are a bunch of genres that were never alive if we go by this term, right? Because like the what the fuck do you even call what do you even call something like Europa Universalis and Crusader Kings? Grand Strategy?
Ox, huh?
Because if we're going by the numbers, Grand Strategy was never alive then, right? Grand Strategy never had like the RTS numbers or the FPS numbers or the fighter numbers, or you get what I'm saying, right? I also think like fighters are kind of... So fighters, it's curious and interesting to me because fighters somehow aren't considered, like, they still seem somewhat relevant within like the mainstream of, within the mainstream, if you will, because of your big titles like Tekken and Street Fighter, though even Tekken has like a way lower reputation. Like, who fucking cares about Soul Calibur anymore? Like that's definitely one that has fallen to the wayside, but somehow Tekken still kind of staying up there, and Street Fighter, of course. But fighters, I don't think are as healthy as people think or want to think anymore. I have a funny theory where Guild Wars only exists because somebody is having a Mandela effect memory of StarCraft lore being mid-development in 1997. Wait, what the fuck? Dude, I know nothing about Guild Wars. I bet you could show me pictures of Guild Wars and then the robot MMO. Is it a robot MMO? I don't know. There's another robot MMO, and I wouldn't be able to tell you the difference. Like, what is the robot MMO that's known for having really, really good that's known for having really good community support and like open interactions between the development team and fans? I don't know anymore. I don't know where I've been. I don't know where I'm going. I think Iori just unalived herself again. We gotta keep it PG for the kids. One day I'm gonna be explaining to my grandnephew or grandniece. Is that like what happens when your niece or nephew has a kid? I don't know. I don't know. One day I'm going to be explaining to a grandniece or grandnephew what unaliving is. Well, unaliving, that's when something goes far, far away and you don't ever see it, but it's still fine. It's still fine.
Look, there's an ox type.
This one! Come on!
There's a second one. Who fucking... This is what I'm talking about. I feel like this game is just like throwing enemies at you. And like you get more items and stuff, sure, but what does it actually do for you? It's just eating up your time. I think this game, again, it's like I think just the ability to whack things with a sword makes it tolerable and or even enjoyable at times, and the skills are fun and stuff like that. But I think it just misses out on the whole fucking core concept of what an MMO would be, like what you do in an MMO and what you do. I can't clear. Oh, I did clear out this area. Or like what a single player RPG or action RPG is going for, man. Oh, Guild Wars developers were former Blizzard devs. Okay.
Here next, I think.
Now it's coming together. But yeah, now I'm trying to figure out what the MMO is where you control a robot, or might be a robot. I don't know, and it's not Destiny. I don't even know what the gameplay is like. If there's one thing I like, and I am aware of how naive I am on this. I just don't keep up with MMOs. I think because I'm so fucking like, oh, I can't play MMOs. I tell myself that. I actively keep myself from trying MMOs because I just don't have the time to do it, nor do I have the passion. MMOs are the kinds of games that you get if you don't want to play other games. Don't at me. I know I'm like, don't at me. That is objectively true. I have not firsthand, secondhand knowledge. Oh, no, I do have firsthand knowledge of this too. I do have firsthand knowledge. But more recently, like my cousin used to play single player games, okay? One of my cousins used to play fun single player RPGs. We talk about them, all right? One of the one of my cousins was a big fan of Suikoden. Actually, they both were. Both of these, like, sibling cousins were. And now one only plays Final Fantasy 14. And I don't know, maybe he probably plays Osu as well. I don't know. Osu. Whoops. I thought I had a skill off cooldown. I did not. The point I'm getting at, though, is that friends don't let friends play MMOs.
A spine. Let's take it on.
People talk about being in guilds. Like, what's the difference between a guild and like a junkie house? That's my question. You're all just like pushing the same addiction on yourself.
A treasure chest. You're gonna open it, right?
I mean, the best part about Sword Art Online is that, like, in this universe, if I were the protagonist, the entire story would be me living a life outside of the game because I didn't have time to be inside the game to begin with.
Good job.
If I were the protagonist of Sword Art Online, the POV would be me like, boy, I can't wait to play the game. And then my work would be like, sorry, you have to work an extra 10 hours so you can't get into the game. Oh, no. Like, I think Alcade said this much. But, like, there were people that were able to, get, log into the game even after the challenge would start. I would be that person. I would be like, if I were single in this, example or whatever, I would be that person. I would be the person to intentionally get myself stuck in the video game so I could become a coward. I would be a coward, and I wouldn't even venture out of the town of beginnings. All I would do,
All I would do, I would pay Kirito real life money to get me to the city where I need to go so I could become a blacksmith and I could hang out with the pink-haired or red-haired smith all day long, okay? That's what I would do.
Okay. Once more with feeling.
Wait, is this real? Did this happen in the anime? If it didn't happen in the anime, it didn't happen. We all know that's the rule, right?
We did it.
Come on!
Just like how the Odyssey retcons all of the events from the light novel, from Homer's light novel.
A safe area. What a relief.
Oh, that wasn't a gold gate or whatever, a gold thing. It was a regular chaos gate. What the fuck are these called? I don't remember. No, there was one. Okay. I'm here for the story, okay? As I skip some critical dialogue that would have been a big foreshadow that about Iori's You'll be fucking kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. This isn't that hard. Okay, thank you.
There. That's a trembling ox.
Who is Poe?
Now where's Kirito?
Now, where is Kirito?
It's a pretty big area, though. He could be somewhere else. Well, we came all this way, so we should probably fight one of them. I'm sure it'll drop some decent materials.
I was filthy, and now I'm clean. Who is Poe? Are we talking about Pole from Suikoden 2? Oh, I thought it was over. I was really far from that.
Come on!
Dude, I can't.
Now, give it everything you've got.
Wait for the stamina. Cut off the horn on the other side of my slash. That is what I'm talking about.
Here we go.
What the hell just happened there?
Come on!
That was touch and go. Thanks to you.
Congratulations! The Black Swordsman won! Oh, there's a 1 there. So that means we're gonna go on to multiple quests. Padding.
Oh, there you are. Whoa, amazing! You actually defeated this?
It was a tough fight, but we managed.
Jeez, serious skills.
It's
You spot Kirito
I don't
yet?
know. Jesus.
Nope. He doesn't seem to be around here.
Oh,
Sounds like you didn't have any success either.
there's more of them?
Yeah, and they look super angry.
Kirito, come save us!
revenge, I guess.
Kirito, come save us!
Get ready.
Hang on.
It's
that
not.
Kirito?
There was an axe. Agil, is that his name?
Guess I'm all done here.
So this is before he retires and becomes a bartender? Is that what he does? I can't remember who does what.
Oh, I remember you.
Ah, you were in the raid, right? Sorry for stealing your kill there.
No worries. We're not here to hunt.
That's so?
We're looking for a player called Kirito. You seen him around?
Kirito. Oh, the black swordsman.
The what?
The guy in black, right? Yeah, I saw him just a minute ago.
Really? Where?
You know the plains west of Urbis? He was headed that way, and in a hurry, too.
Thanks, man. That's a huge help. What do you want to do? Should we go straight after him?
I'm heading back to town first. I'm exhausted. Don't wear yourself out. You should come with.
You two go ahead. I'm gonna stick around and keep looking for Kirito. Let's meet up later, okay?
Whatever you're doing seems pretty urgent. I won't bother asking what it is, but stay safe out there, okay?
Sure thing. Survival's the name of the game.
Good. See you around then.
All right. Once you're ready, meet back here.
Why are we just always smiling? Okay, 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. I gotta do one thing before I'm done for this today. It's time. All right. It's the numbers. It's the numbers. Damn it! You gotta see the numbers. Numbers go up. I don't care. I don't care. Don't you understand how addicting these fucking games are? Wait, where's my career? I thought, okay, yeah, it's over. Oh, you can tell the game is better on 1080 because I see like lots of aliasing and shit here. All right, what is this character even? I don't remember. Medium long turf end. Okay, medium long turf end. I don't know. So I probably don't need these. Hold on. Jesus. Slightly decrease velocity of pace chasers late race. Maybe that's good. I don't know. Let's take this down then. I don't know. Dude, I don't know what I'm doing in these games, for the record. Wait, increase acceleration. Oh, no, that's fine. Velocity is always good. Is what Tiff told me. Velocity is always good. Velocity is always good. Velocity is always good. Holy cow. What the heck is this long message? I subscribe by... yes, thank you very much for the 76 months.
What are you talking about? There aren't any chicks in this game. They're horses, dude. I don't think you understand the concept of this game. It's a bunch of horse racing. It is legitimate horse training. No, see, what Uma Musume actually is it's a test. It's a psychological test. And if what you see are attractive like women, then that tells me that that's where your mind is. Does that make sense? All right, one of these alts has to be like the issue. Increase velocity mid-race on the attack. Pace chaser. I don't need this. I don't need pace chaser. That's what it is. End closer. Medium, end closer. I don't know what these are. What am I missing? Moderately increases performance on. That seems like it should be something I should. Shit. Don't have that. Wait, this isn't good because end, so I'm assuming, yeah, we don't need that. All right, whatever. I don't care that much about this outcome. Surely it's fine. Oh, close. I don't know which of these is better. This is when I should be asking Tiff. End closer and stamina versus that. I don't know. What about the lower ones here? Satsuki Sho, 3 stars. Tenno Sho. These are just courses. I don't know anything about this game. I'm gonna take the end closer, and because whatever. What? No. We'll do this. We'll do this. Wit. I'm sure Wit's better. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Have a good one, everybody. I'm out now. See, listen to the ridiculous celebratory music. Wait. Wait, did that work? Why didn't that work? I put in 1 extra. What is this? Finn from Fire Emblem 4? Look, it's just like a video game that ends like that. Finn.